Good on audio? All right. Hey, how about that? I'm Chad Hannon, joined with Gabe Wagner, Jesse Shea, Brady Smith, Kellen Underwood, Brian Jack Holder on the camera tonight due to some technical difficulties, so we appreciate Mr. Holder. Announcing starters here. First will be Kuemper. Jesse, you touched on it, but can you repeat the nice thing about tonight for us?
I mean, it's always one of our favorite games to cover. Coach Hughes and Coach Tarbox do a good job of getting the Little Saints and the Little Falcons out here to run out, be introduced with the players. So, it's good to see those Little Saints out there. I know they've been looking forward to it since probably soccer practice started. So
you'll see as Mr. Holder pans to the right. In front of each of the Saints is at least one mini Saint or mini Falcon in some regards.
Tito doing a great job maneuvering amongst the crowd here. We don't have a platform like we've had in the past, so but good thing we got Tito. He's a platform. He's a built-in platform.
He is a unit.
It's kind of an intimate perch here.
It is. It is.
Yes.
Gabe,
a little too close for comfort.
This is Gabe's second event with us here at StAlbertSportsFan.com.
No, he did a basketball game.
Oh, that's right. Second soccer event.
I don't know if you could. I was there.
Second soccer event.
I was there.
You did a wonderful job. I think we have pampered him a little bit. He said, "Where's the booth?"
yeah.
Correct.
He was on the PA last Friday.
I'm not sure I quite like being amongst.
Awesome job.
I'm not sure I don't like being amongst the people.
No.
I need a perch high above.
Yeah, there's no privacy.
Yeah, we did one game we were able to do in the press box or in a suite.
Want me there?
And then we got evicted by the finest of Omaha Police Department.
Oh, yeah, we were like up
Remember
in the
that?
suite last year.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's a couple years ago. Last year we had like a platform, which between you, me, and Jesse, we run on average about 5'8" at best. So
yeah. Perfect soccer height.
Hey, I'll die on
You're
that
the only
hill.
one really that played soccer here. Jesse played like 4 games in his life. I never
No,
did.
in high school. I played a lot when I was little.
I've never played an organized game of soccer. But somehow I'm qualified to be talking on
Don't
YouTube.
let that stop you from analyzing it.
Yeah, well, it hasn't yet.
Or being critical of teenagers doing it.
So when I give an uneducated opinion, hey.
We're going to let it go.
Now you know why.
I won't step in to stop you.
No, I don't know what I'm talking about here.
No, we've never pretended to be experts on the sports fan. That's why I think people enjoy us.
Just a couple of idiots talking on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's also senior night. We'll bring that to you in between the girls and the boys games, so don't go anywhere. Hang tight.
No.
Coach Hughes with the I like the jacket.
Yeah.
Like
Jesse kind of guilted him into that. We're going to see how this game goes. We may have some news to share towards the end of this game, but we're going to hang on to that and see how things go between now and then. Saints come into the game with just one loss on the season. Came last Saturday against Sioux City East.
Okay, Chad, we got to cover this. The Carroll, is that the Carroll coach?
Holy buckets.
He's got suit shorts.
That's incredible. I might wear that to the auction.
Is that a 3-piece with shorts?
I believe it is.
I don't know if he's got a vest on.
Do we think we could get Tito perhaps to show us a shot of the other team's coach? Brian, do you think you could pull up a camera shot of the coach over there in his beautiful suit? I might wear that to the auction if I could find it.
Chris always dresses to the tents for this game.
So the funny part is, we had our once-a-month social gathering last evening, and Jesse asked Coach Hughes, "You wearing a jacket tomorrow night?"
Yeah, what's the jacket?
Coach Hughes was just shocked by the prospect of this, and we had to remind him he does this every year.
He's like, oh, I better pull my jackets out.
Yeah.
So
he looks good.
Yeah,
Look, he's already settled into his recliner, ready to watch his one-loss Saints take on 1-1 Kuemper. So
it's always a fun one.
Saints are a little bit more battle-tested than Kuemper so far this season. Last year's result was 2-1 Saints.
It's Eleanor Coughlin, a little family affair like it's been the last few years.
Gentlemen, both teams look to be coming out in a 4-3-3 formation.
Saints have Lily Denton out wide here. Her sister gets it to her.
She'll drop it back to Aubrey Brandow.
Who's really come, a couple games ago, I didn't really know who she was. She's a good little player out there.
Yeah, she's done a really nice job. And Alexa Linz will take it over to Ava Wagner, gets her first touch, and will send it in to Kirsten Piskorski.
Brando part of that really strong defensive line there for the Saints.
Saints have something cooking here. Here's Eleanor Coughlin with the ball just outside of the box. She's going to kick it wide to Lily Denton. who will be called for offsides. That was close. Yeah, close.
Well, we're behind the play. She looked like she could have been on, but the AR has a way better angle than we do.
We're a solid 50 yards probably behind.
Correct.
Yeah.
St. Albert grad, maybe 97 grad. Is that Magruder out there?
It is.
Okay.
I heard his name earlier.
Okay.
Jason Magruder.
Yep.
Kuemper's
Guys,
goalie.
it's going to be interesting to watch tonight with this field. It's rather large, I would imagine, for what these two teams are normally used to. Although St. Albert girls Saints are playing on a wider field at Iowa Western, this is a wide field.
Right.
So there should be lots of space for both teams to find avenues and angles of attack.
So here's Coughlin. That's number 3 and number 7 are her cousins. That's Caitlin Pudens and Sierra Pudens. We'll be talking about them. We'll be saying their names a lot tonight. If last year and the year before were any indication.
Sure. Yeah, both pretty good athletes. You can tell the athlete gene in that family and Eleanor's family definitely came from Renee's side.
we won't tell Matt to listen.
We made it about
might be
5
earshot.
minutes before the first insult. He's right to my left here.
He'll take it, I guess. Maybe, I don't know.
I would like for him to disagree with me. I think
that comes later.
There's ample evidence on the field that it's Renee's family that brings the athleticism here.
Yeah, where your nephews at, Matt? There's Coughlin, drops it back to Monahan. She's got Brando on the outside. Nice job by the Saints. Saints have controlled a large part of this just opening minutes here, as they've done in all the games I've seen this year by them so far. Gabe, what's Ava's scouting report on this field, I guess, compared to what they've been playing on at the new home field for the Saints? About same speed?
I would say so. The field they've been playing on at Iowa Western might be a little bit more quick.
Okay.
It's a newer surface, so
that makes sense.
Dimensional
cousin on cousin's crime right there.
Dimension-wise, they're pretty similar. I think it's within a couple of feet on the width. The length is the same. The Iowa Western
I think this field is wider, but I've been told it's not.
Yeah, the Iowa Western athletic director shared with me that the
Nice
Iowa
ball
Western
up to
field
Sierra.
is the maximum allowable dimensions,
which would probably be about
NCAA
70 yards wide, I would think, somewhere around there.
Nice ball from Caitlin Pudens to Sierra Pudens. Sierra's
Knights have something cooking here.
That's
Darrington, that's in.
That is Caitlin Pudens on a center pass from Sierra that goes off a couple players, ends up on the left foot of Caitlin Pudens as the Carol Kuemper Lady Knights take a 1-0 lead.
I think it's just the Knights.
Just the Knights?
Okay.
I believe so.
I've been wrong with team names before, Chad.
You have. If you had Caitlin as the first member of the family to score a goal tonight, go ahead and cash your ticket at the window.
Yeah.
That was really against the run of play. I mean, really, that was the first sustained possession that the Knights had.
Yep.
And a little bit of discombobulation and disorganization at the back.
As Eleanor pushes it like she likes to. A little long there for Lily. There's not many balls Lily can't track down, but that was a little strong. As the Knights will set up for a goal kick here. Yeah, it seemed, I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch, but, I think the midfield and the striker area of the Saints are kind of used to that back line, just kind of cleaning stuff up and get the ball right back to them,
A little bit of helter-skelter there, brought Darrington out. Good finish, though, by Pudens.
Yeah, the Knights did a great job of, working that ball to the outside and then getting it in where where trouble happens. So that's Greta.
Saints not accustomed to trailing this year. They, of course, lost to Sioux City East last Saturday.
Oh, nice take there by Mora. Her shot.
Mora Ryan. So we'll see how they respond. Again, unfamiliar territory for the Saints, coming off a 3-0 win against Harlan on Monday evening.
Nice touch there by Sierra Pudens on that the drop kick. It's like she caught it with her foot. I love seeing that.
It'll be intercepted by fellow Carroll descendant Alexa Linz. Jeff, her father, of course, from Carroll. Ball will be played up to Ryan, but intercepted by the Knights. Coughlin easily controls the ball. near midfield.
Aforementioned Lenz gets it to Brando on the near side. Brando surveying options, gets it to Denton. Denton's pass stole by Sierra Pudens. Tried to flick on, stolen by Lily Denton.
Good ball from Monahan up to Coughlin, who will play it off to Ava Wagner.
And again, I'm unfamiliar with Carol Kuemper's strength, but the strength of the Saints is going to be up the middle, basically, when you're looking at their midfield, specifically with Eleanor Coughlin,
And
Kirsten
Sophie.
Piskorski, and Maura Ryan.
They've been leaving Sophie there in the middle, am I right, in the last handful of games? Okay. That's a change from early in the season, am I right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Couple of tweaks Coach Hughes has made. That's one of them. The other is he switched Greta Livingston and Aubrey Brandow, switched their positions around, with Brandow coming back to the
Left fullback.
left fullback position.
It seems like Sophie Denton's she's capitalizing on a lot of those opportunities in the box. You know, our last broadcast, we kind of talked about, you know, sometimes some of these games will get 20 opportunities and 2 goals. It seems like Sophie's, you know, really capitalizing on that, which, you know, obviously makes the decision easy for Coach Hughes to make that move. Looks like that's going to go off a Saint. Looked like it went off a white jersey.
Greta Livingston, equally confused there, but sometimes I think you got to sell that. That throw is going to go out of bounds and will go over to the Saints as Kuemper will make a substitution. They'll be bringing in Ashlyn Foley, a junior forward, at the next opportunity. Kuemper really packing the box, Gabe. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
They're pretty heavy in there.
They are playing. They're soaking up pressure right now, which.
Have they made the transition? I don't, you know, they scored early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes when you get a goal, you kind of sit on your heels and just play Iowa football. Try not to lose. Sorry.
White knuckle it.
Yes, I'm not doing that because of you. I would have said that to anybody. But you know what I'm saying.
All too well, I know what you're saying.
Are we in
unfortunately.
that area already for Carroll, or you think how you said packing it in?
We'll see. I mean, they are playing their back line pretty deep. I mean, they're all sitting on the 18 right now, which
they
is
did that last year too, I believe.
Nice
Here's a shot at
Great
oh,
shot.
off the bar. Header from Soph Denton, no good. Still alive on the ground, kicked out by Kuemper. There's some action.
Gentlemen, I think we're going to set a record this year for most crossbars hit. I think this is probably at least the 6th one in the young season so far.
That was 2 on that possession, right?
Yeah, crossbar and the
Side
far
post.
post.
Is that a double doink, or is that too soon for Bears fans?
Hey, whoa.
It's about the best thing Bears fans have ever seen.
Yeah,
Right.
those were the days.
Yeah, if you try to explain that to like a young Bears fan, they'll be like, "What? We were in the playoffs?"
No, they're just used to ineptitude.
That had been a long time ago. They were in the playoffs.
Foul on Kuemper. It'll be
It's Ava.
nice
Nice
kick.
ball in.
Knee
Nice
ball.
center.
Oh,
There
great
you
job
go.
by the
There we
keeper,
go.
but that's a goal from Maura
Maura
Ryan.
Ryan.
Phenomenal finish. We're all tied up here. Not even 10 minutes into the first half.
Was that Ava's center?
I
Great
believe
ball.
that was Kirsten over to Lily, and then Lily had the nice knee ball to put it back across goal, and then Maura cleaned it up.
Yeah, it was a great free kick. Got it in over the defense, right where the trouble happens. Did Greta get subbed out? Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
looked like
Greta
they brought
out.
Greta got
Alyssa
out, came
Shepherd.
out, and they got Alyssa Shepherd in
All
on
right.
the right wing.
And Alyssa Shepherd, I don't know what her stats look like for the whole season, but when she's been in there, she's caused some problems for the opponent.
Saints right back on the attack here. Yeah, she had a really nice night Friday evening a week ago.
We're all square here.
Like
See
the
if-
first 2 didn't happen.
No.
It's like, let's see, how Carroll changes, their kind of approach with defense and offense, and see if Kirk is coaching or not.
There's Coughlin with her first shot of the game. Met
And
by
that's
the
what we need
keeper.
to see. That's what the Saints need to see more of. They need to see Eleanor taking the initiative and taking some longer range shots, putting them on frame. You never know what can happen. A goalie can drop it, spill it, what have you, and that would allow the forwards, specifically with Sophie Denton and Lily Denton, to
kind of clean it up
and attack it.
Okay.
As long as those other forwards aren't just sitting around watching Eleanor go, that's get a deflection off a goalie, just kind of how we scored our first goal. So
If the Saints are going to be successful this year, they need her to be a little bit more selfish.
Yeah.
She's a great distributor, great facilitator, but she also needs to get hers as well, which she will.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting hers, Coughlin with some nifty moves. It'll be sent out by Kuemper's back line.
You know, it's
Saints throw in near the corner.
It's kind of funny how much I don't know if pressure or how much we expect out of her. She's a sophomore. You know, so it's, you know, we're pretty lucky to have that kind of skill. And I think obviously as she gets older, she'll get more comfortable taking that initiative. You know, but as an underclassman, I can see, you know, why it might take till midseason to get that. But
she is absolutely the straw that stirs the drink for the Saints.
100%. I think she knows that, right?
I think so.
Oh yeah. I feel like anybody involved understands that by now. Incredible skill and work ethic in all sports, but soccer more than the rest, I would surmise.
Hausman drops it back. This is Caitlin Pudens.
I would imagine, too, this game means a little bit more to her on a personal level because of the family dynamic as well, which can be difficult to manage, you know, emotionally from, you know, she doesn't come out of the game very much, so she's got to manage her energy and her conditioning.
Gabe, that last possession there by Carroll, kind of, they want to maintain possession.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're erring on the side of let's keep this ball at our foot.
Maura Ryan intercepts the pass there. She's going to play it up to Soph Denton, excuse me. Ball sent into the box, be met by Kuemper, and that is probably going to go out of bounds. Corner kick here on the near side.
Little soccer ping pong table down there. You see that, Gabe? Is that
That's
what that
interesting?
is?
Yeah, there in the corner. That's interesting.
I would love to see somebody do that with like an actual soccer ball.
Oh, geez. We got a ball in the area there. Who do we have taken?
Kirsten Piskorski.
Beautiful ball from her.
Great ball.
Header from Coughlin, just wide
of
the near post.
All right, we got a couple subs for Kuemper coming in.
That looked really good.
Is checking in. Taylor
looked really good.
Bowl. I apologize for the
Bell. I believe.
Excuse me.
In basketball, I say Bell.
Okay.
And again, we're just a couple of hacks, so it's not intentional if that's incorrect.
It's like 33.
Speak for yourself, Chad.
Kaylee Hausman's checking out.
If they're upset with it, they were upset with me during basketball season 2. So
it looks like Kuemper's going to have another substitute coming into the next dead ball. It'll be number 11, McKenna Blum. Will be checking into the next dead ball.
It's one of our captains for tonight, Ellie Monahan. She's going to play it over to Linz, who plays it up to another captain this evening, Ava Wagner. Down to Kirsten Piskorski. I assume she's a captain tonight as well on senior night.
Shepard tries to get around the defender. Ball gets kind of flicked on to Coughlin.
So I'm not sure if this is part of their strategy, but you can see almost right now about 9 players behind the ball for Kuemper. As number 11, McKenna Blum, is checking in for number 1, Mia Milligan.
A reliable yet anonymous source tells me that soccer ping pong is called tech ball, Teqball, and it's definitely a real thing.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Fascinating. I had no idea. We learned something tonight. Hopefully you learned that too.
Hey, Gabe, so I see Ava, Coach Hughes kind of pulled Ava off that back line just to support the midfield.
Yeah.
Transition.
Beautiful ball from Ryan there, just a touch long for
I think what Coach Hughes wants to see more out of Ava and then also out of Aubrey Brandau is maybe pushing those two further up, trying to get a little more width on the team, and then leaving Ellie and Alexa Lenz to clean up anything that comes through. That way you can kind of keep the ball more in the offensive third.
And that backside, or the opposite side defender, too. So if Brando has it, Ava's going to be back.
Correct. Well, maybe not. They may both kind of push up because I think he feels confident in the speed from both of his center backs, Ellie Monahan and Alexa Lenz. I think he thinks that generally those two can probably clean up any mess that comes their way.
And Brando and Ava can get back if they lose.
I think that's a really reasonable assumption there. Alexa ran the 400 last night. Would have been a state qualifying time according to last year's times. First open 400 of the year for her. And we've seen Ellie Monahan all 4 years easily one of, if not the fastest girl in straight line speed and burst.
But was it a wind issue?
You know, I wouldn't say
Wind
so.
aided?
It could have been a wind aided time. It didn't declare that on the app. Clearly could be, and I would. Now Alexa's not going to listen to this, so she doesn't care what I think anyways. She can definitely run faster than she did last night anyways.
Yeah.
She ran a 103 and change.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, that would have placed her 12th, 13th, 14th, somewhere in there at state last year. I definitely think that she can get closer to a minute. Most definitely. She can shave some time off that.
Looks like in the next dead ball here, shortly you're going to have Mackenzie Yetmar checking in for Carol Kuemper.
Yetmar started the game.
And it looks like she is replacing, is that number 7? I can't quite see from here. Number 2 or number 7?
Dose.
Ashlyn Foley checking out. So Kuemper has been subbing very liberally early on here.
Mm-hmm.
For going by the pennies off on the sideline, they have substituted 4 girls in so far. Saints with just 1, I believe. Mills, how are you? Youngest of the Wagner clan.
And maybe loudest of the Wagner clan.
That's an easy.
Not
that's
even
easy.
a maybe.
Not even a maybe.
I was being nice. The Denton sisters on the attack here.
Play it back to her older sister, Lily. Lily gets it over to Coughlin. Coughlin's going to be swarmed immediately.
By your cousin.
That should be St. Ball. No.
Whoa.
Oh, that's an interesting.
All right.
That's the 3rd or 4th one where I've just outright disagreed with.
Looks like for the Knights, Lily Kasperbauer is checking in for number 8, Carson Overmole.
Kasperbauer, that's a good name.
Solid German name, I would think.
A lot of Germans up in the Carroll area.
Probably like some sauerkraut.
Got some family up there as well. All German. Kadolfs, Hammonds, and Harmons. Yeah.
German engineering, can't go wrong.
What's weird, though, I did the 23andMe thing before they went bankrupt. And
now your DNA has been sold on the black market.
yeah, someone's about to be sorely disappointed if they use my DNA for anything other than to cover up a crime. Like, no German.
Nice ball up from Moore Ryan. Denton's going to track it down. Oh, nice
Right
little
down,
work in the
nice
sideline.
play. She'll send it into the middle.
Good ball.
Well played by Shepard, and
There
it
you
goes
go.
in.
That's Shepard just working hard on that one.
Alyssa Shepard plays through the contact, and that'll be the second goal for the Saints as they take the 2-1 lead.
Talk to Katie.
And again, that's what I think you want to see if your coach Hughes is. You want to see Saints pushing the ball out to the wing, putting that ball into the box, as you never know what can happen with it.
Yeah, that was
And that's a prime example. It just bounces around, and someone's there to clean it up.
an Eleanor Coughlin-less goal effort by the Saints,
and
which
that's
is
great.
awesome to see.
Rather rare.
Yeah.
Looks like Aubrey Brandow came out.
Greta Livingston checked in for her at left back.
Thank you.
Look, great job by Shepard. Her first touch was a little strong, and she didn't just let the goalie come clean up. She also got that toe on the ball and got in the back of the net.
I like the Saints' tempo here. It was the same way after their last goal as well. It's very quick. They're not wanting to sit back. And really, they've controlled the ball for probably all but 20 seconds of this game, I would say. Which is kind of how last year went, too.
Well,
in
and
the 2-0
and Carroll's being
result,
very
2-1 result.
deliberate in trying to maintain possession, which makes it even more impressive.
Yeah, if you're a Carroll Knight fan, you want to see them probably push that back line up a little bit. They're inviting way too much pressure at the moment.
Yeah.
You don't want to have your back line sitting around that 18. You're just allowing the Saints to keep coming at you. And they're going to try to counterattack off that, but
Like, there's been 7 Saints inside the 30 yards for half the game, it feels like.
yeah.
Now the Knights have something cooking here. Ellie Monahan and Greta Livingston trying to shut that down. Now you'll see Alexa Linz come wide, and that's going to go outside.
That was Blum.
You know what? I misspoke. earlier. I thought it was Lexi Darrington in the goal. I don't know that is her.
I believe it's is it Elise
Is that
Wolford?
Elise Wolford?
Looks
Yeah.
to be.
Okay. My apologies on that.
Is Lexi playing tonight?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
She's played a lot of minutes for the Saints in the goal.
No, I think that was Mia Milligan with the corner there that's cleared out up to Sophia Denton. Sophia Denton, excuse me.
She's got a lot of room in front of her here.
Lexi streaking up the middle.
Lily.
Nice
Lily.
left foot.
Nice ball to Lily Denton. It'll be sent out to the middle. Here's Coughlin. Intercepts the ball. She's going to play it up to Piskorski,
Ooh, nice
whose
ball.
cross is met and sent back out. We'll give Maura Ryan an opportunity. She's going to take the shot, and it's in.
Great.
That's
2 tonight
down,
for Maura Ryan.
on the night for Maura Ryan.
Again, put it on frame. Put it on frame.
Exactly.
Only good things happen when you put it on frame.
Gabe said that 3 or 4 times already. Exactly. Because at the end of the day, even the goal, they're all high school kids. They're gonna,
Yeah.
the goalie's not gonna trap every ball.
Looks like
Play
a
those rebounds.
triple substitution for the Knights. You've got number 18,
And then
Megan Keys checking out. Number 5, Taylor Bell. Excuse me.
Yeah, I think it's
checking
Bell.
out. And then is that number 12,
Yes.
Marin Merle?
I think both the Pudences came back in.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
And Camila Solario Suarez as well.
Checked in for the Saints.
Nope, that's one of our girls. That was a Pudence. I only saw number 3. Want to share some good news here before the Saints go on the attack.
Too late.
Well, let's hold on.
Too late, yes.
Yeah, I can't even get my PSA in here. My good news. Saints relentless. Coughlin will corral the loose ball. She sets it back to Wagner. Plays it
Little heavy.
up to the corner.
Little heavy there, Ava Wagner.
You're gonna have to pay her a compliment. Did she find out about the last compliment you paid her?
Has a handball potentially in the box. We'll let that
Uncalled.
slide.
Here's Coughlin. She's gonna take a shot. Met. with
She has not
resistance.
found out about the last
I'm
comment.
gonna clip it and text it to her. I meant to do that already.
This is Livingston. Deflected out to Maura Ryan. Maura Ryan loses it to, that's Caitlin Pudens, gets it up to Sierra.
Ooh,
And
little
she's-
cousin on cousin crime there.
A little bit. A little bit. She says,
I think
"Here,
we've
I'm gonna
got-
push you into the sideline. I'll see you at Thanksgiving."
We have the entire family sitting in front of us here. I think we're mostly getting along right now. There's a big gathering of Pudenses and Coughlins. All right, I want to give my good news because it is rather remarkable. Colin Lilly, recent St. Albert graduate, ran today at Drake at the Jim Duncan Invitational. Earlier today, and I don't know which grandparent it is, unfortunately, otherwise I would include that. Grandmother passed away. Her funeral was this morning. So
I think it was Laura's mom.
Laura's mom. All right.
Yeah.
Well, our condolences to Laura and the Smitties and the Lilies all together. But Colin went to the Jim Duncan Invitational, got third in the 5,000 meters in 14:46.09.
That's a 5K.
Holy cow! So congratulations to Colin. One heck of a runner. And of course our condolences to the family. That's unfortunate news.
What was I gonna say?
Hang on 2 seconds. I'll let you two carry it.
Shepard working hard on the far side, trying to get possession. Is Ava Wagner. She'll work it back to Lenz. Back up to Mora. That's Sierra Pudens on the steal.
Again, rather rare occurrence for the ball to be on the Kuemper half of the field here in the first 23 minutes.
Gabe, what have you seen? I mean, it's been a really efficient, first, 24 minutes for the Saints here today. What's driving that? What are you seeing?
I
It's
like
just
how they're willing to use every player on the field. They're working the ball back and then side to side, and then looking for some of these diagonal balls into the corners for their wingers. Normally it would be Lily Denton on one side, and then on the other would be Alyssa Shepard and/or Greta Livingston. But their trust in each other has been kind of impressive to see, not only tonight, but so far amongst the young season. They're willing to pass the ball to each other and share. which is good. They need that.
And you know, I've only seen 3 games, I think, 3 boys games, 3 girls games, and they're possessing the ball a lot more than the boys team. And it's probably just a different tactic, but the midfielders are working it to the outside and they're working it in, where the boys are it's just a different strategy.
Yeah.
But
it's
fun
a strategy
to see.
that you should use on a field this size. There, like I said before, there is going to be tons of space on this field for both teams.
Yep.
State champion cross-country runner Lily Denton saves that from going out of bounds. Kuemper will maintain possession. That'll be their ball near midfield. We'll have 3 substitutions. Lexi Darrington will come in for Elise Wolford, and Aubrey Brandow will come in for...
And then on the...
I'm sorry. Aubrey Brandow came in for Lily Denton.
Okay. And on the Kuemper side, you had 33 Kaylee Hausman checking out for, I believe, number 18, Megan Keys.
Okay. All right. Lovely.
Lily Denton, not the only state champion on the field. There's a lot of these Saints know how to win games, Chad.
Yep.
It's
been a wonderful year for girls athletics at St. Albert.
It's been a
Lily and cross country.
I would say a wonderful 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, what
was it?
Spoiled.
3-4 sports that they qualified for state for last year.
Yeah.
This year, we're able to get over the proverbial hump.
It's a nice foul by Brandow.
Yeah.
It stops the play, and it wasn't a cynical foul. She was going for the ball. It wasn't her just trying to stop play.
Yep.
And it was a good job by Sierra Pudens at absorbing the contact and winning a free kick for her team.
100%.
Coughlin comes in, will intercept the pass. She'll play it up to Livingston. Livingston with a little bit of space in front of her will play it up to Sophia Denton. We'll go just a little bit wide.
Oh, as we get another look at Coach Hughes' jacket.
He looks fresh. Look at those white shoes. Yes. White, untucked.
Yeah.
Untucked shirt.
He looks like a Premier League coach, with that high chair.
Inclusive of the fancy recliner there.
Yeah.
Brian Hamilton in the house. Always nice to see him.
They don't have the hut like we do.
No. Boy, I think our Western coaches really despised me referring to it as a hut.
What did they call it?
Shelter, I believe. Yeah, which is just not exciting at all.
No, that sounds like something sounds like something like for a tornado.
Yeah, it's like the weather's bad. Go to the shelter.
Yeah.
No, you sit in the hut and chill for a minute.
Yeah.
Catch your breath.
I like dugout too. I know you don't.
Dugout? I don't mind dugout. I just prefer that to stay with baseball, softball. But I don't mind it. I like it better in shelter, that's no doubt.
Yeah.
Kuemper will control the ball here as we near the 13-minute remaining mark. And now Ava Wagner.
Nice job stepping up by Ava.
Plays it up to Coughlin. Coughlin
nice
goes
job by
down, but
Denton
with a little chip shot there to the far post.
Just getting that shot on goal. That she does that a couple more times. The next one might bounce off the goalie's hand.
Yeah.
So.
Good back heel by Sierra Pudens there for Kuemper. She'll control the ball for a second.
Maura Ryan on the other Pudens. Kuemper doing a nice job passing the ball around here, looking for an opening. And I would imagine Kuemper probably is not playing on a field this size.
No.
My guess is probably a football field.
Mm-hmm.
Played out a little bit wider, but not this wide.
No, and the adjustment is pretty significant if you're not used to it at all. I can't underestimate the amount of the space that they have and how much of an adjustment period it does take to get to it. Everything is just a lot longer to get to.
Brandow, I think they're going to play an advantage here, perhaps.
Gabe, it still kind of blows my mind that there's not like a standard size.
You just have to be within a certain within a certain parameter. I'm not exactly certain what the FIFA rule is, but
the Iowa high school rule.
The Iowa rule, it's pretty
I believe
big
it's
gap.
55 yards wide. Is that correct, Jesse? We went through this when we were looking at renovating
what's
a
standard
field.
A standard football field is what, about 55, 53 and a half?
Yeah, I think, so I think it might be like 55.
So it's probably close to 60.
Yeah.
Great attempt by Eleanor Coughlin there.
So 60 is the minimum, I believe.
4, 5, and 2 going in.
4, 5, and 2. That would be Megan
Foley.
Milligan, Taylor Bell, and Ashlyn Foley.
Sierra Pudens will check out number 11. McKenna Blum will check out, and then looks like number 27.
Mackenzie Yetmar.
Thank you.
Goal kick here coming from the Knights. Yeah, so it was fascinating as we were going through that to see that there was no requirement. There was a minimum and a maximum.
Yeah. And it was like, it wasn't like 2 or 3 yards. It was like.
It was 20-some yards, I believe.
Yeah, it was like the difference.
I would think most professional teams or college teams are playing on something similar or close to like about 120 yards by about 70.
So I think if I heard correctly, this size of field that we're playing on here, which we've been reliably told is the same size or very near the same size as Iowa Western, is the requirement
for college?
If you want to host a postseason event for NCAA.
Okay. I know Nebraska does their state here.
Which has to just be incredible for those kids. This is a incredible viewing
I think
experience.
for all the players involved, this is fantastic. I mean, most of them will never play in a big-time environment like this. So it's got to be really neat if you like to play, if this is your favorite sport and you get to play on a field in an environment in a stadium like this.
You know, and let's talk about how or why this happens. What happened there?
I think our video went out. We'll work on that.
Okay.
You can still hear our silky smooth voices.
So how this happens is Availabank is the title sponsor. Of course, they're based in Carroll.
Nice. Well, here's Lily Denton.
Strong presence in Council West. No, keep going. I'll just stop as the play goes. But, you know, Matt Gronstall, the crew, you know, I know he's retired, but I think his family's still heavily involved. Of course, Kuemper and St. Albert, but they're heavily involved in the bank still. But Availabank is the entire reason why this happens. As his shot's sent in, it'll be met by Kuemper's goalie.
Well, thanks to Availabank for providing this incredible venue.
Great bank. That's where I bank personally.
Hey, Chet, when we play at the MAC in basketball, do we play Carroll every time?
No, we play Shenandoah every time.
Okay. So this is similar
I could be honest. Don't love that.
This is similar to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd just like to see someone other than Shenandoah.
Because it's not really a game.
No, and you know, and this year on the girls' side it was. Boys' side not so much. But they're a Hawk 10 opponent that we are going to see no matter if it happens at the MAC or not. I would just like to see like a
trainer.
That would be great, you know, and you'd pull out a better crowd, I feel, if it was a trainer St. Albert matchup or an Underwood St. Albert matchup. But, you know, neither here nor there. No one asked me for my opinion. Yeah. Ryan's going to try to play it sideways. Yeah, hit that. You could see in the body language that she did not care for it. Lily Denton.
Nice knock
square
on.
ball by Kirsten Piskorski over to Eleanor Coughlin, who's going to look for the diagonal to Sophia Denton.
Denton's going to get to it before it goes out of bounds and drop it. No, cross it. Well played by Kuemper. They're going to try to play it up near midfield, and that's going to play right into what?
Great step by Aubrey Brandow there to beat her opponent to the ball.
She played that really well. Saints in control, 3-1. Looking to add one more here before halftime. 7:40 to go. Ish.
And soccer's got to be the easiest for our production crew, Chad.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Mr. Smith sitting to your right.
Yeah, these guys over here smoking and joking. They don't have to keep score.
Well, I'd imagine it's got to be. It gives everyone the most time to call a game. You know, it's not as fast-paced as a basketball game where everything's switching so quickly.
You know, I would say the only thing close to that would be football.
Football.
There's just a lot going on a football field. I struggle with it pretty heavily. You've got someone throwing the ball or catching the ball and tackling and who's blocking.
Sub-package, down and distance.
There's a lot going on. Charlie and Matt Madsen do a fantastic job.
Complaining about the previous play calls and all that.
Yeah, no, those two, they're pros. They don't do that.
Matt was up in the booth 2 weeks ago checking out the digs when we were calling the game, and he was pretty pumped.
Yeah, beautiful space there at Iowa Western. I greatly appreciate the partnership. Corner kick will go out on Kuemper, and it'll be another one. Who is that down there, Gabe?
Taking the corner kick?
Yes.
It'll be Kirsten Piskorski. generally, I think, is going to be the one that's going to be taking the lion's share of corner kicks for the Saints this year.
She's really laid some great balls in there. Again, that's a nice.
Oh, I'd love to see Ava get one and force Gabe to compliment her.
She would need to get her knee over the ball and keep that down if that's going to happen.
There it is. Kuemper, 3 more subs coming in. We've got 11, 27, and 7. I looked at my sponsor sheet, so Gabe, I'll have to have
Looks
you
like
take
Sierra
one.
Pudens is checking back in for number, the penny's in the way, 14.
14.
Lily Kasperbauer.
2 also
Number
coming.
2,
Excuse me,
Ashlyn
coming out.
Foley is coming out. And I apologize, I didn't see the third.
Sorry, guys.
You're good.
Coughed right in the ear. Apologize.
McKenna Blum taps that out. Saints will reset here.
But I would think other than the initial goal early on, I think Coach Hughes has to be pretty pleased with how his team has played, and actually pretty pleased how they responded to that initial goal.
Yeah. Yep. And it was kind of like the goal when we did our last broadcast. The D just kind of fell asleep. It was just.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a little wake-up call.
Yep.
Wagner will play it up to Piskorski, who will drop it to Ryan. Ryan forward to Coughlin.
Coughlin's like 3 players out there
Yeah.
sometimes.
Here's an opportunity for the Saints.
Oh, great
That was a
save.
fantastic save by the Kuemper goalkeeper. I don't have her number.
Lovely left-handed shot from
Mary
Kirsten
Morrell.
Piskorski.
Mary Morrell. That was a fantastic save
Is
by
that number
Mary
12?
by Mary Morrell.
You know what
If that indeed was her,
You know-
Yeah, great save.
But it was
What
a
I
great save.
what I loved on that, Piskorski used her left foot.
Used her left
Yes, she
foot.
did.
She could have tried to play it to her right. You can tell she's got some skill. She's headed off to play college soccer.
I think it might be Addie Antoffer.
Okay, we'll have to,
In the
we'll
goal?
have to confirm who's in goal because I want to make sure she gets her flowers for that because it was a wonderful save.
I see number 12 on the.
It is a 0-0.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
it
it's
is
Mer-
Addie Antoffer.
Okay.
Antoffer.
Or Anthofer. We struggled with that in basketball, Jess.
All those names up north we struggle with,
Yeah.
and I still can't say Kirsten's name, but
Yeah. That's, I mean,
Piskorski. I see. I'm getting it.
you got her last name down at least. You struggled pretty heavily with the last name during
You went through a
basketball.
whole basketball season. You should be a seasoned pro.
She's
by
a
this.
senior too. It's not her. It's me. You know.
She
Oh,
knows.
the old Seinfeld. It's not
Yes.
you, it's me.
Yes. Yes. Anyway, yeah, I let Chad handle the Piskorski calls in the basketball.
Always a pleasure. Kirsten, phenomenal effort and energy. This ball's going to be played in just wide. Greta Livingston looking to make a play.
We'll
Way
see
to
if
step up
we'll
there
see if
by
the Knights
Blum.
can attack off that. They should. The ball's been turned over, and they should be able to counter if they can get out.
Way to step up there by Brandow. I love seeing a defender backtrack, lull them into a pass, and step up like Brandow just did. I love
She's had
seeing
a
that.
fantastic game back there. Here's Piskorski. Switching sides of the field a bit. She's going to let her offense set up and send one across. Here's Ryan. She's got a shot if she wants it. It'll go off a couple of Knights.
And I don't
Good
think
anticipation by Ava Wagner.
Mora's confidence could be any higher right now. So
That's what I love about her. She definitely does not lack
Here we
confidence.
go.
Here's Coughlin for
Oh.
a shot.
Another great save by
Good
Antoffer.
calls, Gabe.
Another great save.
She's
Great
getting-
shot, but last few she's really been dialed in.
She's getting peppered down there, and she's not going to fall asleep, I don't think.
I don't think she's going to have an opportunity to.
No. Stay on your toes, Antoffer.
Well, and she's got to deal with the sun in this position too, as all the defenders do for the Knights for that. Oh, great header by.
Oh, my
That was
gosh.
a great attack by way to attack the ball there by Eleanor Coughlin.
And
Brought
you
the
hear the
fans out of the
moan.
seats right there.
She's shot out of a cannon. If that hits the back of the net, ooh, this is.
We'll have to ask Coach Hughes at a later date if during the coin flip if he had a particular side of the field that he wanted to start on, because you can definitely see the sunlight from the left-hand side. It will be in the goalie's eyes when she's facing.
Look to the right. Looks like our goal is kind of in the same.
It's rather equal at the moment. What do they call that box there near the goal, Gabe?
The 6-yard
The
box.
6. Here's Ryan with a chip shot, wide left.
nice
She's
shot
on.
there
She has
by
a brace,
Moore.
so she's on a hat trick already in the first half.
Yes.
What does that mean? The brace.
The brace is 2 goals in
Oh,
soccer.
like it. Okay.
So she is on a
All
hat
right.
trick.
Okay.
Come on, Chad.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Learned something today.
I'm just not humble enough to ask.
Coughlin plays it up to Piskorski, whose shot's deflected. Saints will drop it. Here's Coughlin again. She's going to take
Near
a shot.
post.
Oh.
Nice shot.
Saints rapid fire, looking for a finish here in the last 1:10.
As that goalie is moving from near post to the center of the goal, Eleanor comes back near. Would have been tough to save if it was on goal. Nice shot there by Coughlin. It just, like we talk about Coughlin all the time. It's crazy how good of instincts she has. She's just always in the right spot, and you can't coach that.
No. That is just something you have. The anticipation is something you just have. I'm convinced of that.
Yep. It's like a sixth sense.
One of our friends, Jay Sims, thinks that can be coached into you. I strenuously disagree with him.
Oh, I think, I don't think coach. I think if you're just around, the more you're around the game, maybe you see these things a little easier, but I don't think that's anything a coach can do. I think it's just reps.
I think you're just born with it. To me, I think you're born with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wagner with a chip shot there. Good stop by Anthofer.
Well, let's drag Jay through the mud a little bit.
We should.
He's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my favorite, when people aren't here to defend themselves.
Are they here tonight? I don't know.
I believe that Nora has a dance recital, so I'm going to guess that's where Mary is.
Jay, big dance dad.
And that'll do it for the first half. Saints with a 3-1 lead. 2 goals by Maura Ryan. 1 by Alyssa Shepard.
That's good.
We will take a small break. Halftime is what, 10 minutes?
I believe so.
We're going to take about an 8-minute break. I'm going to try to beat the rush to the concession stand to get a water. Hang tight. We'll be right back. 3-1 Saints. Are they? You
Yeah.
like them?
I mean, I am a fan, Chad, of the short suit.
I think it's incredible.
I wouldn't wear it, but I'm a fan of it.
I would wear it. That would be head coach short suit being rocked by Ken Massey.
Oh, we are live.
Oh, hey, how about that? No, I love it. I honestly,
love it. I love
how much guff would I get if I wore that to the auction?
You could not wear that.
You got the
Chad.
calves to pull it off.
Thank you, Gabe.
You
That's
do have the
very kind of
calves.
you, Gabe.
You have
very
the
kind
calves,
of you.
but you also get picked on. I mean, just like a lot of our friend group. If anybody wore that, we would never hear the end of it.
Oh, I'd pick on you.
Knowing my luck.
He makes it look good, though.
Hey,
You might not.
maybe who could we convince to wear that to the auction? Pat Ryan.
I doubt it,
It's
Mr.
kinda like
Ryan.
a-
if you're watching,
He's probably watching.
Weigh
Kind of like
in.
an Angus Young AC/DC kind of look.
It's kind of like a mullet. You know, business
Yeah.
up top, party on the bottom.
yeah, luxury on the bottom there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Comfort.
his legs are breathing
Yeah.
in this beautiful spring wind.
The Saints will be moving left to right on your television. And the Carroll Kuemper Knights will be moving right to left.
That was a very quick half, or it seemed very quick.
Yeah, it's
Hey.
only 6:57.
Yeah, when you don't get to talk to humans for the whole half and then you like get to talk to an adult.
We're talking to humans right now, both our listeners and each other.
Oh, I mean, it's different.
Kemper comes out with a lot of pressure here. Wagner
Yeah.
will maintain her footing, and that will be out on the Knights.
That's the most pressure I think we've seen from that. You know,
I would
on the-
imagine Coach Massey probably said, hey, the only way we're getting in this is we're going to have to turn the pressure up a bit, which means they're probably going to have to abandon packing the box as the ball's intercepted by Wagner. She'll play it up to Denton, knocked out of bounds by Yetmar. Scoring tonight was kicked off by Kaylin Pudence, the sophomore forward for the Knights.
in
Just
the-
a couple minutes into the game, found the back of the net. The Saints responded, I believe, by Maura Ryan first, Alyssa Shepard next, and Maura Ryan again for the brace,
There we go, Chad. Good job.
and that capped
He's coachable.
first half scoring. I
He's
am coachable.
He is.
Very coachable.
I'm learning.
See if we can coach him into a pants short suit.
See, don't let Lindsay sell you short.
Hey,
Is that a short joke?
Wow, that was a short joke.
I don't have much.
Thinly disguised.
I don't have much on you, so.
Wow. Hey, look, I would absolutely rock that. My fear is,
That's Sierra up with a decent ball, little long, as Lynn's going to track that down.
and now Darrington will come up and pick it up.
Good
Yeah,
call.
Kaylee Hausman got in between Ava and I would think Alexa Lenz. There it was a good space. Neither Ava nor Alexa Lenz knew which one was gonna go with her.
Tell you
So-
what, Coach Massey's got some calves too. As I look down there, I'm enamored with this concept.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it.
You a little
My-
jealous?
Yeah, I'm very jealous. He's got bigger calves than I do.
I have string beans for legs. I'm like almost embarrassed to wear shorts now.
Stop skipping leg day.
I know. I know.
Some of us are just born with it. I haven't lifted a weight in 15 years, if not longer.
I don't know about that. You just getting out of bed is.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of weight being lifted. It's just not.
All right, Jesse, we're live on
In
air. We're live on
plates.
air. Say that out loud.
My fear would be that what if there was like a picture, like an important one, not like a here's our auction group picture, like a school board picture or something, and I'm wearing a short suit.
What is the auction? What's the theme?
Diamonds and something.
Have we ever dressed up?
Yeah, remember our
The
wives made us
50s?
wear those stupid like 50s hats and suspenders and
Yeah, that was
a bow
fun.
tie
That was fun.
as an ode to St. Albert graduate Nate Watson. I rocked a bow tie.
Uh,
on
last
the
year
Knights.
was like a boat. It was like a.
Yeah,
I think Matt Matson was dressed up as like a sea captain or like a skipper. Or
On a
something.
boat?
Matt
Yeah.
Matt does a great job with the theme.
He does.
I just plan on wearing a normal suit at this point in time.
I know, Chad. You've been making a bid to MC that thing.
No, absolutely not. That is false. I am not interested. Matt
I just wanted to put that out in the
and
ether.
Jen Brown do a
Speak it
wonderful
into
job.
existence.
Thank you, Gabe.
Terrible. Not even. First of all, the amount of nervousness in that room from the people who talk to me when there's not a microphone in front of me.
Yeah.
They know what I'm capable of, and that is not a positive thing.
I've done 2 events like that where I've emceed, and I dreaded it leading up, but I had a fabulous time doing it. So
I'm not a big. I don't get nervous really on public speaking. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of opportunity to do so, but it's one of those deals. This is gonna sound terrible. I haven't gone to an auction and stayed sober.
yeah, that's
ever.
true.
Yeah.
It's kind of your chance to let loose.
Yeah, kind of, and just socialize with the St. Albert community again. Coming up on April 26th.
And it'd also be
up at the
hard
school,
to.
less than 100 tickets available. So if you're interested, now's the time. They will sell out.
I do like to focus on some of the auction items too, which would be almost impossible if you're emceeing it.
Yeah.
This is Sierra Pudens making a nice run. Nice job
Darrington
coming
with a
out.
wonderful save came out to the 6 and got it.
It's a long
Second
run
thing
for
I learned
Pudens.
today.
I've noticed a little bit of a shift in strategy for the Knights. They're getting that ball and kind of just hoofing it over the top and trying to let their forwards, and this time
Nice
Pudens run
touch.
onto it.
Nice
and
touch
it
there
could
by
work.
Denton.
It's worked so far, I would say. Great cross by Denton. Coughlin just a little bit too long. It'll come back to Denton, who's going to try to get it to the middle again.
You know, the scoring opportunities, Gabe,
Mm-hmm.
it's a volume game. They don't need to be perfect. You just, I think, obviously better opportunities are better, but volume is good.
Volume is good.
Give
So-
and go from Piskorski to Ryan and back. Yields no shot attempt, and it will be a corner kick as Piskorski goes to the far side. Sun on
Here
this
I-
beautiful April evening about to go away behind the shelter, if you will.
The
of
grandstand.
The awning. The grandstand, thank you. The awning of the grandstand as Pudens will intercept that. And Kuemper packed the box again. So
Yeah.
you
So, I mean, I think what their issue is right now is you can see on your TV screen, number 33 up top, which is Kaylee Hausman, is kind of alone, and there's a tremendous amount of space between their lines. Their midfield is being compressed way back into their defensive line. So when they do have a chance to get possession in their defensive third, they're struggling to connect the lines and get the ball up to their striker.
Because it's so compacted. in
So
there.
compacted, and
Yeah.
they're having trouble with their formation right now.
I will be curious to see how the Knights what kind of condition they're in. This is only their third game of the year, and I'm sure just like St. Albert, there's a lot of track athletes, and obviously we know there's a lot of basketball players here, but just the third game with the compression on the defensive side, as quickly as they've been able to flip the script by sending the ball over the top, that's a lot of ground to cover for both Pudenses.
And that can also have a psychological effect on you because of the fact that when you get compressed like that and you get the ball and it's in your defensive third and you don't have a chance to play it out, you start to just, reflexively just hoof the ball forward.
Yeah,
and just trying to get it out of your defensive area to get some space, to get some relief from the attack. And that can also be kind of a negative feedback loop, if you will, where you just kind of become used to doing it and it just keeps happening and happening and happening.
You just kind of clear it and then sit back, wait
Correct.
for the attack to
wait
come back.
for it to come again.
Yeah.
Header played forward by Denton. Piskorski's there to try to corral it.
So
It'll
I think-
go off her left foot.
So I think
Kuemper
for Kuemper, they really want to try to see if they can string together, 3, 4, 5, 6 passes to try to get their space, try to get their positioning back, and just have a breath.
And one thing I did notice on the corner kick where Pudens got she stole it and she was, trying to transition to offense, there wasn't a lot of run out.
No.
There probably needs to be a little more effort making that transition on the Knights side.
Great ball played across by Piskorski. Coughlin's shot met by Anthofer.
And Piskorski has done a really good job this evening of putting those balls from out wide into the box, at least getting a chance to, have a scoring opportunity. She's done a very good job this evening of doing that.
She's got a strong leg.
And she, of course, will be playing collegiate soccer next year in South Dakota.
Again, senior night. Hang tight.
Are we doing it between games,
It'll
Chad?
be in between games, so we will not go anywhere in between games.
I will be going
Gabe
somewhere.
will be going down to the field to celebrate
That is-
his daughter.
That is non-negotiable.
Yeah, I would. None of us want to be on that side of Rachel, so Gabe will depart at the end of this game to head down to the field.
We'll have him back for the boys' game, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Should be a nice matchup. Falcons undefeated on the season.
Yeah, we're a little hesitant with the setup we had, but I don't think there's better seats in the house. But there also isn't a bad seat in this whole place. This is, I think I talk about it every time we do a game here, Chad. Gabe, have you ever been to the, what's that baseball field?
Storm Chasers.
Have you been to a Storm Chasers
I have
game?
not.
What's the name of the field, Chad?
Warner Park.
Warner Park. It's like this. There's not a bad seat in the house. I mean,
As soon as you said I talk about this every year, I knew
knew what I was saying?
exactly
Yeah.
the direction. I believe this is our 3rd or 4th year doing this, Jesse.
it wouldn't surprise me if it was like the same builder that did it, because it's
Coughlin with a strike right to Antofer.
the whole outfield, Gabe, is kind of like this, where it's like you can sit on the hills, no real seats out there, and along first and second base, it's about this deep. Like, there's not a bad seat in the whole stadium. It's pretty good place to watch a baseball game, but it's 45 minutes away from us.
Alexa Linz intercepts that forward pass. We'll kick it up to Denton. Lily will try to play it up to her sister. It goes off of Foley. It'll be a throw-in for the Saints.
Is Axel Foley a famous person?
He's in Beverly Hills Cop.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie
Oh,
Murphy.
okay.
Yes. Yeah, you could say he's. Have
Okay.
you seen the new one?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty good. It's on Netflix.
What did you the other day, Chad?
Top
you told
Gun.
me you watched Top Gun for the first time.
Yeah, as well as Top Gun Maverick, because I was hooked.
Yes, the Maverick is amazing.
I have Vision Quest queued up on my DVR or whatever the YouTube TV of that is, equivalent of
That's
that.
a
That's
handball.
in the box.
Who's gonna get this one? Give it to Mora.
I'm going to guess it's going to be Coughlin.
Give it to Mora.
That's kind of unfortunate for the Knights there.
It's not much she could do
Not
there.
much she can do. Unfortunately, her hands came
Ooh,
came
it's
off
gonna
of
be
her
Ava.
body.
Oh,
It's gonna
hey.
be Ava.
Settle in. Let's clip this. Hopefully the senior can connect.
This is interesting.
You take the goal call, Gabe.
Senior night. I love it.
Pick a corner.
There we go.
Wow. Pick the corner.
Ava
Side
Wagner with the goal here on senior night. Dad gets to witness it. I think he was kind of nervous.
Somewhat impressed.
So
There we go.
I'm very impressed. That's a phenomenal compliment for Ava.
She didn't overthink it. She didn't
No.
kick it a million miles an hour.
I'm not sure she has 1,000,000 miles an hour in her arsenal.
I always
She has more than that, though, right?
She does.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a delicate touch,
As a fairway finder.
as they say.
I love it.
I always make it a point to be very complimentary when I see or talk to her, because I know she's not getting that a lot from her dad.
Jack.
And, hey, someone has to pay a compliment every now and then. She's a phenomenal kid, great babysitter. If you're in the market, highly recommend it.
Nice job by Chris, giving the senior the chance.
Coach Hughes.
Yeah.
Of course, joined by both Paul Cox and Jenna Cox on the staff. And, of course, 1997 graduate Nick Finken. Here in Athletic Trainer Appreciation Month, we always appreciate Mr. Finken and his efforts.
Now, they look comfortable in those chairs down there, don't they?
I wish we had those chairs. That's about the only thing we're missing.
Yeah.
And a riser.
You don't sit down when you broadcast.
Not
that.
really. But I'd like the option. Shot attempt from Piskorski. Met with resistance. Wagner again.
Whoa.
Going for the brace.
Wow.
She was looking for a brace there. She will continue to search as Antofer.
Well, she got caught up field a little bit, and the ball went over her head, so she needs to make sure that she's a defensive player first.
And, yeah, getting back there.
Lily Denton and Sophia Denton. Little back and forth. Lily will pick it up and throw it into little sister.
It is a clear, Gabe, it's a clear change in the way Coach Hughes is having Ava play. Like, or from, just a couple games ago.
Coughlin with the strike.
I mean, she's 20, 30 yards
No.
ahead of that back
Yeah,
line.
like I said, I think he's been stressing to both his right and left backs that, hey, you've got two track athletes back there in your center, your right and center left back. They can more than likely
Chase
keep
it down.
pace with anybody that's we're going to see in the Hawk 10.
Greta Livingston will get a breather. Alyssa Shepard comes in.
No, that's Ketty.
And by
Ketty.
by pushing
me.
your left and right backs
Ketty
up,
Polish
you can compress your, it puts more pressure on the other team's fullback and halfback. So
Right.
it's a solid strategy.
Yeah, I like it. And it's keeping those, those outside defenders engaged.
It pins them back.
Yeah.
And it pins the other team back.
But clear change.
Yeah. That was a great steal there by, I think that was Pudens, right?
Yeah,
Crossed
Sierra.
it in. Sierra. Back out to number 14. Lily Kasperbauer.
Great name. Nice play, nice touch there by Foley.
Foley working to get past Wagner. Does not do so. Wagner will chip it forward to Denton, who's going to play it towards the middle.
Nice foot there by Caitlin.
Kaylin Pudens.
Was it Caitlin or Kaylin?
Kaylin.
Oh,
No
I
T.
keep saying Caitlin.
That's all right. I'm here to correct you.
I can read people, I promise. It's Kaylin down the line.
Looking for Foley. Instead, it'll play forward to Sierra Pudens. Wagner will take it into the middle. There's Ryan, who sends it out to Denton. Just saves it, and now the Saints are cooking.
Now they can go. She's going to have acres of space to operate in right now.
Yes, and Pudens does a great job closing in. Denton gets it away just in time.
Saints kind of moving slow on that run out there.
Yeah, you would have liked to see them push up a lot faster there.
Yeah, same.
Good defense by Alexa Linz and Ava Wagner. Played forward by Monahan. The senior's kick will go out of bounds near midfield.
Ooh, and a fan gets to keep soccer ball.
We've got Mackenzie Yetmar checking in for, I believe, Ashlyn Foley.
It is human nature. Up 4-1. I think if we're all square, that run out's a little harder, Gabe. But
The Saints with a 3-goal cushion here with 25 minutes remaining in the game. As you see,
lone
Coach
second half goal by the senior defensive specialist, Ava Wagner.
You see Coach Massey waving to his defensive backline to come forward a little bit.
That was a great pass there by Eleanor Coughlin up to Alyssa Shepard.
Look, Brandow's doing, what Ava's doing when it's on the near side. I'm noticing a lot more stuff with you standing next to me, Gabe. I love it.
Gabe's teaching us.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're learning something at home as well. This ball's going to be
use your
played
keeper. Good.
back. They're going to take the drop.
And now we'll reset here. We want to suck their team up and then try to play in behind them eventually.
And we'll see how aggressive they are, bringing that pressure on that Saints back line. Nice ball there by Moore Ryan.
Give and go. Played forward by Wagner. Goes out of bounds off of the Knights.
Nice step up there by the Knight defensive player, Marilyn Morrell, knocking that ball, stopping that run out.
Good center ball from Sophia Denton.
Nice
Shot by
save.
Coughlin is blocked out by
Antoffer.
Addie Antofer.
Another great save.
She
you,
has
Katie.
played very well tonight.
She has answered the bell.
Yes, she has. That's a double hand block. Great position. Great shot by Coughlin. Just better goalkeeping. That looked like another
That
handball.
was close. We'll
Might have been
call
off
that
the
an
face.
upper body touch. Brandow will collect the ball and send it over to Piskorski. Piskorski sends it across the middle to Denton.
Nice job stepping up there by Brandow. Loses the ball, though. Here we got to run out. I don't think many people are going to beat a Monahan
No.
in many races.
Pudens is going to give it a shot. Loses her footing. Collected by Linz and played forward. Oh, boy. Here we go. Cousin-on-cousin action there. Pudens gets the best of Coughlin for that time. But the Saints retain the possession. Lily Denton looking to collect the ball. Sophia Denton will take it into the corner, looking for some partners. She'll center it. Nobody home. But Pudens. That's Kaylin.
Nice job by Coughlin.
I think she gave her a bit of an elbow on the blow by there.
I think she was I think she could have. I think Eleanor could have supported there more on that center pass by Denton, but when she decided to run, she stole the ball from her cousin.
Oh, that ball needed to go outside, Ava. Needed to go outside to Lily Denton there. Playing a little too narrow at the moment.
There we go.
There's Lily Denton with the ball on the near side. She's going to send it in. It'll be kicked out. It'll be a corner? No, a throw in. Excuse me. I don't know why I thought that was a corner. That was terrible.
Terrible depth perception.
Yep. Ryan will send it into the middle. Another throw in coming for the Saints. 21:30 to go here in the game. Livingston will check in for Lily Denton, and in for the Knights. 8-33.
Mia Milligan. Carson Overmole. Did you say 33?
Yes.
And Kaylee Houseman will check in.
Sophia Denton into Piskorski. That's going to go off a Knight, but it will be a goal kick. Topher's goal kick, controlled by, I believe that's Shepard, yes?
Yes, you are correct. And then Greta Livingston's going to try to put the ball back into the box.
Oh.
Great cross, just no one there on the end of it.
Falcon tennis team. Oh, that's a goal. We'll get to an update there from the Falcon tennis team. Who was that?
Eleanor Coughlin.
Eleanor Coughlin puts one in the back of the net here in the second half.
Caught the goalkeeper at the near post.
The sophomore, the spark plug, extends the Saints' lead. 5-1, 20:22 to go here in the game. Falcon tennis team listening on the way home from Denison. Fresh off an 8-1 victory. Congratulations to those gentlemen. Matt Madsen, Mr. Joe Narmy also coaching, as well as, I believe, Justin Peckney. I believe Coach Lindsay Daly as well. So quite the coaching staff there for the Falcons and Saints tennis team. It'll be Knight ball in front of or at midfield apparently. Throw in comes to Linz, who's going to look to get it over to Wagner. Wagner with a little bit of time will play it up to Coughlin. Good passing from the Saints. Livingston up to Sophia Denton, who will center the ball. She's got Shepard on the far side.
And Brandow has, again,
I'm sorry, that's
tons of
Polish
space.
Schweer with the ball right now.
Yeah, so Ketty still has the white jersey. I think they're still waiting for that one to come in.
Okay.
I think Alyssa finally got her yellow ones.
All righty.
Or the white numbers.
The white numbers, yeah.
Here's more Ryan to Piskorski, working that sideline. She'll work it to the middle, looking for Denton. Ends up at more Ryan's foot. Stolen by a Knight.
Good.
And cleared out.
Number 5.
Good defense.
Good defense by number 5, Taylor Bell.
Here's Wagner. Fresh off a goal this half. Looks to send it into the box to Sophia Denton.
Ooh, just a little
Touches
strong
a
touch.
little bit forward.
I would have liked to see her be a little more patient and take that ball to the corner and then cross it as the
widen out a little bit.
two players for the
deep.
Knights check in. Number 7, Sierra Pudens is checking in for number 10.
Also,
Or excuse me, number 18.
Number 3,
Megan
Kaylin
Keys.
Pudens.
And number 11, McKenna Blum is checking out.
Goal kick forward, controlled by Sierra Pudens, who tries to play it up. She'll collect the loose ball. Guarded closely by Maura Ryan, just as in basketball. And the Knights seem content to drop it.
Nice little two-man game by the Knights there. They lose it. Ball's played
again,
forward, cleaned up by Brandow.
Their struggle is that they've now, lobbing the ball forward.
There's just
and it's
no
2
one.
against 4 players,
Yeah,
so
there's
it's going to
no one
be
up
somewhat
there.
difficult.
And it's 4 of the most trusted players on Coach Chris's roster, I would say.
Yeah.
Him leaving them back there kind of high and dry all game just shows you how much he trusts those girls.
Ball played towards the middle. It'll be collected by Livingston. A very
now we're
nice
running into that
possession.
same problem as we don't have anyone forward to get that ball to. So you
Yeah.
can see it on both sides.
Is Keddy playing probably left forward there?
I think that's a left
Winger?
Left wing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Linz.
And I'm not certain if he has Sophia Denton playing out on the right wing now as well. And then he's shifted Kirsten Piskorski into center
way up
forward
top.
striker.
Mm-hmm.
So he's trying out some different Coach Hughes is trying out some different combinations at this point in the game.
Looks
And
like
I
we'll
think
see
we're going to
Wolford come
see a
back.
little bit more of that here as the game lengthens out or shortens out, whatever you want to call it.
Wolford will be joined, looks like possibly by Caroline Ramirez Montalvo, the junior. Saints tennis team, I believe I saw some of them just walk in. They were in Shenandoah with Coach Madsen tonight.
Nice shot there by Denton. Sophia version.
Mari Valdivia playing for first in singles. Ella Narmi and Ellie O'Donovan playing for first in doubles. Mari got second, or Mary.
Nice step up by Brandow.
You got it right the first time.
Did
Mari.
And then Ellie and Ella still playing for first in doubles. They're still in Shenandoah. So how about that? Thank you for the updates there from Mrs. Sally Narmi.
Saints play it back. Here's Monahan.
Also had golf in action today. If you've got any results from the golf outings and you'd like to send those to me, please feel free.
Busiest part of the year. And, you know, it's something we really haven't talked about, Chad and Gabe. The players sharing, the student athletes sharing that these soccer coaches, track coaches, all these coaches have to do in the spring. It's just the organization, coordinating the practice times and getting all this stuff scheduled. It's a full-time job, so it never
it's
gets.
The linchpin to how this all works,
100%.
right? So credit to all the spring coaches and all the coaches, really. But
Chris can't be successful without the other coaches, playing ball.
Correct.
Essentially. So
yep,
It takes a village, as they say.
it does.
Good sharing and collaboration from those coaches. Part of what makes St. Albert special is the endless opportunities at your fingertips or your feet here, in this case tonight.
There you go, Chad.
But there's something for everybody. You just got to get out there and work for it as the Saints will play this ball forward. Livingston will save it.
Here's Pudens, Kalen. Here's Sierra. Stolen by Lenz.
Good defense by Linz.
As Coughlin takes a tumble.
And shares a smile and a laugh at being taken down by her cousin. Was that her cousin? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Charlie Chalkline got her that time.
I'm sure Kalen would disagree. That ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a Saints throw.
They have been chatting it up here the last couple minutes.
14 minutes to go. And again, you've got Elise Wolford in goal now, the senior. It'll be Saints throwing in front of their bench. Livingston up to Coughlin. Coughlin fights through a double team, gets it up to Sophia Denton, who crosses the ball. Couple of hard touches. Maura Ryan will collect and send it forward to Piskorski.
Do you think Eleanor's cousins are just just chill out, Eleanor? Just calm down.
None of them seem real chill, if I can offer my honest assessment. They all seem pretty high-strung, quick energy type kids.
Oh, yeah.
In the highest of compliments that I can pay.
Yeah, these are good things. These are good qualities.
There's just no chill. Again, that must come from the Pudens family. The athleticism and the intensity.
I can't wait for Matt to rewatch this.
Hey, if I'm wrong, tell me.
Nice clear out there by Alexa, stopping the night attack.
As always, all complaints and feedback can be sent to Jesse.
Joe Narmi.
No, send it to Jesse. I take the brunt of those phone calls, and I would just like a break.
Joe likes taking him. He'll field
He
any
never
game.
takes them. I'm literally.
You love confrontation.
I don't mind it. I just get a little bit tired of it.
Sounds like a personal
Sometimes I deserve it.
thing. Sometimes?
In this regard, no. Most of the time I'm catching it because of something you say.
You're right.
And we made it through that sequence with no swear words. I could feel it.
Like
nice
the,
ball there by Piskorski.
like
up
the
to
Monarch
Sophia.
fiasco.
Yes. And the
Monarch affair.
Nope, we do not need to revisit the sports fan controversies. We're just gonna leave it at that.
it's in the past. Like that.
I'm trying to move on. You two are pushing it forward. Linz has got to get on her horse here.
Not a problem for her.
The speedster will do so. She's going to play it towards the. No, she does not play towards the middle of the field. We'll do a nifty move.
Ooh, nice touch there.
Pudence with a shot attempt hard off the knee
We're getting some tired legs out
of
there
Solario. Let's see, that was Ramirez Montalvo playing good defense.
Gabe, do they have any games this weekend, or what's their schedule look like in the coming days?
You can also find the answer to that question on StAlbertSportsFan.com.
See,
Anyways, Gabe,
I
feel
honestly
free.
don't know, actually.
They have a
I'd have to
game
consult
Monday?
my Google Calendar.
they
Oh,
do-
nice ball there by Piskorski into space for Coughlin to run it down.
They do have a game on Monday against Glenwood. And I don't know if you guys saw the news. There was a very unfortunate medical emergency at the Glenwood track meet this weekend, or on Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in there.
I like it, Mora.
Jeff Beeson, all-around phenomenal guy, athletic director at Glenwood, and some good Samaritans jumped in to save a young man's life. I saw in the news today that Mr. Beeson went and visited the young man in the hospital.
Was it a Glenwood athlete?
It was not. It was a Creston athlete.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice ball
Well
there
done.
by Denton. We missed it when Chad was talking, but Ava Wagner did a good job fighting off that last attack by herself, and really creating this most recent opportunity for the Saints.
Falcon Tennis will be in action at the Shenandoah tournament tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Sunday, of course, is Palm Sunday, but it also happens to be the Saints basketball banquet at Casio's, 4 p.m. for those that are invited.
And, ball here open. Kaylin Pudence on her right foot. Deflected. Saved by
Elise
Wolford.
Wolford.
That was a great chance by the Knights. Good ball movement. Great
lot
center.
Lot of contact in the box there. Sierra Pudence takes a spill.
And the ball goes out for a Knights corner that looks like Sierra Pudence will take, as we have two players for the Knights checking in. Number
Foley,
2,
Foley.
Ashlyn Foley. Number 18,
Megan Keys.
Megan Keys, thank you. For number 27, Mackenzie Yetmar. And number 1, Mia Milligan.
Yetmar had a good. She's been playing on the near side here. A lot of action. You know,
Pudence
tough draw. She's worked her tail off. So nice job by Yetmar tonight.
Ball's going to be played up to Polish Schweer.
She's got looking for Denton. She's going to pull it towards the middle.
On Monday, Saints Golf in action against Harlan Lewis Central and Heartland Christian at Whispering Woods, formerly known as Fox Run. Falcon Tennis in action again at Clarinda, so they're
Busy.
doing what I'd like to call the Southern Iowa circuit this week. Shenandoah tomorrow, Clarinda on Monday. Number 9 Saints will be back in action against Glenwood at 5:30 at home. No, at Glenwood, excuse me. Falcon soccer will follow at 7:30. Today, of course, we had the big man in town, Bishop Johnson. Blessed the new office area and the construction as well as rededicated the statue. My youngest was able to make it to that ceremony. He would not stop talking about it. Saints Golf went against Lewis Central and Denison at Whispering Woods.
As we get another sub, Megan Milligan comes in for number 33, Kaylee Hossman. Milligan, Chad. I heard your ears pop up. Not Mulligan.
Milligan. Yeah, Mulligan is the name of my golf game. If you could even call it that. Hackfest.
Even with the new sticks?
You know what? I won't give away where, but I went and played around.
Ooh, is that the Carroll's goalie? He's a big boy.
I went and played around on a brand new simulator on Wednesday evening, and it was the worst display of golf in North America that day. Didn't hit a shot I enjoyed at all. I was very, very frustrated with myself. As Coach Hughes is going to do a hockey shift change here at the next opportunity in it. Let's see if we can't pull this, boys. 44, 16, 9.
3, 28, 12.
Yep.
3.
As Ava Wagner will check out. Greta Livingston will check out. Sophia Denton checking out. Katie Polish-Schweer and Eleanor Kaufman and Kirsten Piskorski.
I wonder if something happened to Shepard in that first half. We didn't see her at all in the second half.
I know she was battling a foot injury earlier.
Was she? I saw her talking to Finken at halftime, too. So
5-1 lead. No reason to push that, you know. So in for the Saints, you've got Camila Solario Suarez. 9 is Destiny Aguilar-Martinez. Good defense by Alexa Lenz. Gets everybody the opportunity to catch their breath. 40. Nope, that's definitely not Lexi Darrington there. Shot goes wide.
So the two constants you'll notice, I think, and I could be wrong. We'll have to ask Chris, Coach Hughes, to confirm this, but I believe Ellie Monahan and Alexa Lenz, I don't think have come out, subbed out this entire young season. I think they have played every minute of every game.
Wow.
I could be wrong.
Wow, that's incredible.
I could be
2
wrong,
sport athletes.
Well, are they giving that? That's going to be called a goal kick. I was almost positive that was lined up for a night corner.
Well, as we cross the 6-minute mark here, I feel relatively comfortable to say we've got an exciting milestone being met tonight. Coach Chris Hughes, as the Saints secure this victory, will achieve win number 100 as the head coach of the Saints soccer program. Hughes in his 9th year achieving the milestone. There will be a bit of a celebration, I believe, in between. This is also win 350 in the sanctioned history of Saints.
Nice volley attempt there by the Knights. That's going to go off Warford.
350 for the Saints in their sanctioned history. I did ask the question, how many wins do we think we had before it became sanctioned in 1998? We do not know the answer to that question at this moment in time. Would love to get that, though. Of course, the Saints' only state title in girls soccer coming in 1993 before the sport was sanctioned by the IGHSAU, with a lot of familiar faces on that team that you would recognize if you have kids at St. Albert right now. A lot of St. Albert moms on that team. Of course, Hughes only the 2nd coach in Saints history. He followed Randy Salyers.
That's one of the most impressive things. It's like the Steelers coaching tree.
It is rather impressive.
Ooh, Walford.
Good save by Walford.
A little nervy back there.
She was able to maintain, though. So, you know, you love to see it for the program win 350. That's an enormous number. When you think about the fact it's only been sanctioned for
years?
26,
27, 28 maybe?
27 years. Yeah, good math,
yeah.
Jess.
Yeah.
27 years as the Knights are on the attack again. So 350 wins in 27 years is impressive, but also 100 victories in 9 years for Coach Chris Hughes, who is a relentless supporter of soccer in the St. Albert community, not only with the girls, but he also played a rather heavy role with the boys program, especially when his son Kane was coming up. But more impressively, you know, my own personal gratitude, I'm sure I speak on Gabe's behalf as well here. He has been coaching, like, my daughter since she was in kindergarten.
Yeah.
So on top of coaching the high school team, he's also balancing multiple other 6th, 7th team.
I mean, there's so much, Chad, that Chris does for boys and girls soccer, you know, to this day. You know, just as simple as, you know, sending messages out to, you know, elementary coaches like myself, like, hey, we got field time up here. Feel free to bring your team up. We got the space. Just, like, he'll send those messages out 4 or 5 times a week.
He's also coaching some elementary boys teams,
Yeah,
right? He helps you with your 3rd grade team. He helps Brandon Diedrich and Phil Epperson with the 4th grade team as the Knights are on the move here. Good recovery by Monahan.
And he's super humble about everything. He, like, I couldn't be more grateful. Like, he does such a great job with the youth. And it's something you don't see, even at, I don't think you see that at other small schools our size, the kind of continuity you have from elementary all the way up to varsity in a sport. It's crazy.
Well, and the other really impressive thing, I could be wrong, but I believe that Chris Hughes has been a coach since 1993 on the girls' soccer team.
Yeah, I
even
saw a really
before
old,
it was sanctioned.
Yeah, I saw an old picture of him on the sidelines.
Even before it was sanctioned, he was coaching. His sister Kelly Hughes Crone was on that state championship team as well in 1993. As Ellie Monahan will come out with 2:10 to go, we believe that would be the first time that she has left the field.
To my calculations.
By our
I
calculations.
could be wrong.
We could be wrong, but what an incredible feat. She's an Iron Man, Iron Woman. And of course, senior night coming up after this, so sit tight and let's honor these seniors. All spring sports, not just soccer, all spring sports. So yeah, to put a bow on that, Chris has been coaching, I believe, since 1993, which is really impressive. That's a lifetime of dedication. So also should probably throw a bit of credit and appreciation to Julie, his wife.
Yeah.
For putting up with him.
For putting up with it, but also she probably thanks the St. Albert community for giving her a lot of peace and quiet.
Yeah. I mean,
Neither of them will listen to this, so I feel comfortable talking a little smack.
We could have started this conversation about Chris, and his impact when the game started and filled air the whole time, but I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Nice shot there by the Knights. That's going to go off Walford's hand in for a goal.
Who was that?
I can't see the number. Far side of the field. Is it number 10 or number 13?
I think it was number...
Is it the one with the headband? 10? I think it was 10.
10? We're going to credit it to 10.
Kendall
Reesberg.
Nice job of the Knights not giving up. A minute to go, 5-1 game.
It was a nice finish to the upper near post.
Right, really easy to just lay down and quit, let the ball be dribbled out, but the Knights kept fighting.
I don't think that was number 10, but
Do you think it was 13?
Well, I think it's their right forward over there, their right winger, and I can't see if it's a 13 or a 16.
The one
there.
with blonde hair over there? Perhaps. It would either be Joey Tryon or Sage Wendell, 13 and 16 both.
And I apologize. I just could not see the number on the far side of the field.
On the Saints, a little mishap on the freak in the kickoff there. I think the girl touched it twice.
Goes off of Mr. Magruder, who will reset the ball. It'll be Knights' ball. As we go under a minute, 45 seconds to go. Saints with a comfortable 3-goal lead right now. Probably want to make sure that it stays that way. So your number 9 St. Albert Saints will put another win in the victory column, or another tally in the win column, if you will.
Chris gets his 100th. Saints program gets our 350th as a sanctioned, right?
Yes.
Who knows what the real tally is, but big numbers. Cool that it happened on the same night.
We have a better set of eyes, perhaps, that was on that goal. It was Megan Keys.
Okay.
Number
Thank you.
18.
Number 18.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you to our anonymous viewer who shared that with us.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that was the girl I was looking at. It just looked like a 10.
Yeah.
She was the one with the headband. Right. All right, like Chad said, we're going to stay on in
Gabe,
between the games.
You're coming back.
I'm coming back.
Gabe's coming back.
Be back.
Coach Chris Hughes, of course, as the Saints will celebrate around him. Win number 100. As the younger Saints, it looks like 8th grade. Coach Hughes' daughter, Brooklyn, with
Chad,
the 1. We've also got Stella Sims with a 0. Perhaps Ellie Larmy with a 0. Piper Pellet with a banner, and Amelia Wagner with some cookies or a cookie cake.
she's one-handing that. That makes me nervous.
She is talented.
Okay.
Very talented.
Chad, those girls bringing it up, it says a lot. Like, it's so cool that, these girls have been on a first-name basis with the varsity coach for so long. You know what I mean? It's just so cool. You just don't see that really anywhere.
Of course, those with the balloons, what Chris has worked really hard for. throughout the youth ranks. That's his daughter. She's in 8th grade. He's been coaching those girls for quite some time. And he's worked hard with them to develop their skill, and they are quite special.
We know the video's out. We're working on it.
We're working on the video. We've got a bunch of people standing up, and it's all right, and it's back. Yeah, sorry. We had to relocate the camera. It became a situation. Coach Hughes celebrates with his girls. You love to see it.
They're going to make him dance?
I think they're saying Chris or Cake. I can't tell which.
I think they're trying to make him dance like Coach Wettengale.
I would love to see Coach Chris Hughes dance like Coach Wettengale.
Maybe behind closed doors, but
I've never seen him dance. Would love to see what that looks like
I agree.
myself. Got a great picture happening here. Hope to get someone with a cell phone shot of that, hopefully, so that I can share that on social media.
Looks like Mr. Cannon's right up there.
Yes, and Coach Klussman perhaps took a picture. So quite a night for the Saints. 5-2 victory. Win number 100 for Chris Hughes. Win 350 in program history. 2 big milestones hit on the same evening.
Chad, 2 coaches in our hit in the Saints sanctioned history it's pretty crazy.
It is an incredible feat.
It's
you know,
crazy.
like you mentioned, with the Steelers, with the Iowa Hawkeyes,
Yeah.
2 coaches in a 50-year span in football.
I mean, Chris looks the part tonight, man. Not that he doesn't every night, but.
Well, glad to see he dressed for the occasion.
Right.
Chris is a very casual dresser.
Yeah.
I would imagine. We have a friend, I will not say his name, not a big fan of the untucked shirt. Very consistent. Very consistent in his disdain for untucked shirts. I would be curious, and I know he's probably watching it, how he feels about Coach Hughes' fit right now, as the kids say.
I think I saw Brad Pitt wearing jeans with a sport jacket with an untucked shirt. So, Chris is in, he's in style, Chad.
All right, we're starting senior night here. Jaden Beckman is our first one. He's the son of Jennifer and Omar Beckman. Jaden's on the track team. He's a thrower for the most part. And, yeah, okay. So Jaden is planning to be a firefighter after high school, so he'll be headed off for fire school. Best of luck to Jaden. After that, Jacob Boswell. Jacob is the son of Jody and Jeremy Boswell. He's on the golf team. Addison Duncan. Nope, we're just doing boys so far. Jesus Garcia Higuera, son of Diana and Margarito Garcia. 2-year soccer player, and after this, he plans to go into the family business to help his dad grow that business. So best of luck to Jesus. Max Godel getting some hugs down there. Max is the son of Melinda Godel and Ken Godel. He's on the soccer and golf team. He's been on that for 4 years of each. He will be headed off to Iowa State to major in business.
Plays a big part in this in the Falcon defensive side. Sorry, go ahead, Chad.
Parker Heisterkamp being escorted by his brother Bennett in lieu of John and Laura. Parker, heck of a track guy, nice contributor here to StAlbertSportsFan.com, an all-around wonderful kid. He's been on the track team for 4 years. He's got a very promising view at the end of the season ahead of him here. Something to watch for. He's headed off to the University of Iowa to major in accounting and finance. Danny Holtz. Danny is the son of Jennifer Holtz and Matt Bowen and Eddie and Michaela Holtz. Danny has been on the soccer team for 4 years, and he's headed off to Kansas, where he will study business.
Big sis at KU too, right, Chad?
Yeah. Peyton Johnson, manager for the soccer team. Peyton is the daughter of Teresa and Jason Johnson.
Did you get Joe Hughes? I'm sorry.
Nope, I'll do that one next. Thank
Sorry.
you, I missed
Sorry.
that. Peyton's headed to Iowa State, where she's going to major in animal science on the pre-vet track. Joe Hughes, of course, the son of Alyssa and Tommy Hughes, 4-year track member. He's headed off to Iowa State, I believe. It's not on my sheet, but I believe it's Iowa State. Ellie Monahan on the soccer team, also the track and field team. She's played soccer for 3 years and track for 4. I would bet good money she will end her track season in Des Moines.
Yeah.
Ellie is headed off to Iowa State, where she plans to major in marketing. Don Pauly. Don is the son of Jim Pauly. He's been on the soccer team for 2 years, and he plans to go to Iowa Western, where he will study criminal justice. Kirsten Piskorski is the daughter of Lisa and John Piskorski. She's been on the soccer team all 4 years. And as we've mentioned a few times this year and today, she's headed off to Dakota State University. Her plans are to major in exercise science, and of course, she'll be playing soccer. Edgar Solario Juarez is the son of Patricia Solario Juarez and Salvador Solario. He's been on the soccer team for 4 years, and he's headed to Iowa Western with the expectation to transfer to Iowa State with a major in criminal justice. Ava Wagner, the daughter of our co-host, broadcast partner up here, Gabe Wagner and Rachel Wagner. Ava's headed off to the University of Iowa after graduating. She's been on the soccer team for all 4 years, and at Iowa, she'll major in business and sports recreation and management. Maddie Walter is the daughter of Lisa and Aaron Walter. As a 4-year track participant, I'd bet she'll end her season and career in Des Moines as well. After that, she's headed off to the University of Iowa, where she will study business and marketing. Elise Wolford, our last senior here on senior night, is the daughter of Teresa Wolford and Troy Wolford. She's played soccer for 2 years. She's headed off to a fun place, University of Southern Florida, where she'll major in communications and minor in political science in beautiful, sunny Florida.
Hey, Chad, just talked to the Coughlins. And
Yeah.
Renee's like, I got a text from my accountant, my in-laws. It was good.
I'll be seeing Matt tomorrow, so we'll see how that conversation goes.
I think you'll hear from him before you leave, Chad.
Oh, good.
No, it's all in good fun. It was a good conversation.
Once again, these seniors have had an incredible athletic run.
Yes.
Regardless of sport, they've been great role models, great ambassadors to the St. Albert community. Great with the younger kids. As you see them, they're off to the right here, playing on the field, getting ready to walk out with the boys team or be ball boys. When you look at these kids, this is what, especially if you've got young kids and you're considering St. Albert, come around for some of these sporting activities. See how these high school kids interact with pre-K, kindergartner, elementary, even middle school kids. They treat them like younger siblings, and they're just, it's an absolute delight.
I just feel like
to have kids be supported by such good role models.
It just means more here. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It just does.
You think about, and I mean, you get as some of these kids walk by, you can't help but get a little choked up thinking about when they were little kids. A lot of these kids we've known for most of their lives. Joe Hughes, for example, my wife was nannying for Tommy and Alyssa when her and I started dating. Joe wasn't even alive then.
Well, look at the ball boys over here.
Yeah.
We're going to blink of an eye. We're going to be having their senior night.
Yeah.
And
it does mean more. You're right. It's really special. It is part of the secret sauce that makes St. Albert such a great community. It's really hard to really say much more than that. It just means a lot, and the amount of pride all these folks in these stands have for these kids as they close the chapter of high school and move on to being adults. And 10 to 15 years from now, they're going to be in our shoes with young ones, hopefully up at St. Albert.
And can start filling our shoes in some of these roles we play, Chad.
Yeah.
But, I did want to say, senior nights are special, obviously. But you come to any game, it's the same kind of community atmosphere. It feels like a family reunion every game you go to. It's just different. It's just different.
It is. It is,
So.
and it's unique. Not every school has this, and I definitely don't take that for granted.
I do. I mean, you just get accustomed to it, and you sometimes, it takes a night like this to appreciate what you have. So
yeah, absolutely.
Big night for Chris Hughes and the Saints program. Big night for the seniors.
Nice picture being taken inside the box there.
It is crazy this time of year, Chad, when you get people like Eleanor Koff and Parker Heisterkamp. Like, we're not going to be saying their names on air very much anymore, unless
if at all,
Yeah, it's
unless
just
it's
crazy.
in retrospect of their contributions
Exactly.
prior,
Which will happen.
Yeah.
When the Saints win their second state title, we'll have to talk about
Ellie and
yeah.
yeah, absolutely, and Peyton and those guys, and camera's out again. No, it's back on. Okay.
So
yeah, that deal is touchy. We hope to never use the adapter that we're using right now. Again, I'm actually going to purchase the other adapter and put it in a different spot in the bag. Of course, our camera was unfortunately not brought today. Got overlooked. Big shout out to Brian Holder for bailing us out. I just had to find it on Amazon.
Another selfless volunteer from the St. Albert community. Brian Tito Holder.
Yeah, he's at everything.
He's at everything, and you don't. What's weird is he stands out in any crowd, but you don't notice him because he's at everything.
Yeah,
he's just a fixture in the community.
I even got a 5% off coupon on this. Joe saving sports fan money. Incredible. All right, it'll be at my house tomorrow. I will get Brady.
Invoices in the mail, Joe.
Brady, I've got another adapter coming. I'll get it to you this week, Brady.
He's not listening.
No, he's not.
Remember when
Again,
he used to be on the
you want to talk
headphones.
about selfless volunteer with this
yeah.
time, Brady.
Yeah, Brady.
You
and Kellen.
don't meet a lot of kids like Brady Smith and Kellen Underwood who really forgo their high school experience to hang out with a couple of morons like us.
They have their fun, but yeah, they are without them, this doesn't happen.
We don't know. Like I got to be honest, I really don't understand how the computer works. Brady, I think it might be slightly annoying how dumb I am with it. But Brady just click, 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 it's on.
Yep.
As the lights have turned on here at Morrison Stadium, and it looks like day again.
And when the camera goes out, we don't even fret. We don't even worry about it.
Yeah, we're
'cause
live. We never stopped. Yeah.
We know Brady's
Gabe's
going to
back
take care
from
of
his
it.
senior night activities.
I'm gonna break. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go ahead,
I'll be
Gabe,
right
and I
back.
will pick it up here. I'm headed off to junior high track in the morning at Roncalli. Looks like a rather sparsely attended meet, which hopefully will go quick so I can watch the Masters. My wife will actually be in beautiful Carroll tomorrow morning for work. She has a facility up there that she goes and visits.
I got what do I have? I have a flag football game tomorrow, and then more of the Masters tournament. Hopefully, is in my
little gathering
agenda.
tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Spring baseball
Spring baseball
with
for
Coach Mike Wesak.
Ooh. Are you helping out? Are you coaching?
No.
Oh, just
I don't know a thing about baseball.
okay. I coach soccer, Gabe. So
There's still hope for you. Yeah, spring baseball well under effect. High school baseball will start, in about 6 weeks or so.
official start.
Official
where
start,
coaches
yeah.
can partake.
Yeah, Coach Mr. Ed Holtz up here. Great guy. Always nice to see Mr. Holtz.
Looking dapper as always.
Yep, dressed up, very nice. Pressed khakis.
Pleated. No, not
Yeah,
pleated,
no pleats. Those are flat front. What? Those are jeans. They look like.
Five
they look
pockets.
like. Are they? Are they exterior pockets? Yes, they are. Okay. You know what? I don't mind those. I'm not a big jean guy.
Chad, you see how those go all the way to the shoes?
Yeah. I do have a pair of khakis that go about that high up. My wife bought them for me.
They're golf pants.
They're
man?
golf pants, Nike golf pants, and she goes, "No, I can't pull it off. Actually, I'm gonna wear them tomorrow night." Mr. Holtz and I have a thing.
Chad, it's
tomorrow evening. I'm going to wear them tomorrow night so everyone can make fun of me.
It's probably.
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
It's probably. You know what it is? It's probably your wife went to get you golf pants, and you have to put in your husband's handicap.
I have an open bottle of
right. So then yours were cut high.
Pappy Van Winkle tenure that I'll bring along.
What?
What?
Okay. You have my attention.
It's a little old.
Is it more than half or less than half?
More than half.
Oh, then don't bring it. It'll be gone.
Really?
If it's
Yeah.
more than half, you're fine.
Okay. Well, I'll bring it along.
I don't know if it's accurate.
We'll bring it along.
We may be
as
sampling
well.
some Pappy.
Sample it even if it's
Yeah. We'll bring it.
I
I'll bring
do
it.
appreciate Pappy.
It's just sitting on the shelf at home,
Good
so
special occasion bourbon.
why
If you
not
get
bring it
your-
to
How'd
share with everybody?
You know what's fun about bourbon is the story of how you got it.
Yeah, that's half of it.
I'm curious. How did you come about obtaining a bottle of Pappy 10?
It was several years ago. I walked into Hy-Vee on the spirits and wine side, as I always do.
Yeah. Is
I
there
like to-
even
I like to
another
walk-
part?
No, I like to walk in and it puts me in a – oh, yeah.
So you probably paid $60 for it, 70.
I paid probably $40 for it.
Oh.
so you did.
It was on the shelf.
So you didn't walk
Oh.
in after Ed was there.
No, I walked in on a lunch break. I came in. I always walk through the bourbon section to see if there's anything there.
People didn't know what the word bourbon meant back then.
No, so I walked in. I saw it on the shelf. I had to look at it, did a double take, thought maybe it was like a knockoff with using their branding of some sort. Took it up to the counter, bought it. I think I later heard from you, Eddie, or I heard from someone that whoever put it out that day was not supposed to put it on the shelf.
Hey, the
And
best
they got
mistakes
in
are
big
there.
trouble.
Yeah,
I think it
that's
was supposed to be part of
incredible.
a lottery eventually.
Mr. Ammon's in the house. We really appreciate Mark and Deb Ammons, of course, sponsors of our basketball broadcasts in the run to the state tournament. Very generous St. Albert supporters. Wonderful people, Mark and Deb. Always appreciate them. But Pappy, you wouldn't believe it. Current day, wholesales, the 10 wholesales for more than what you bought it for. Wholesales
Really?
for about 70, I think, flat for the 10.
I'd just be happy if I could get my hands on a cheap bottle of Buffalo Trace any longer.
You bring your Pappy tomorrow, you'll go home with a bottle of unopened Buffalo Trace.
Oh, how
Deal.
about that? We're brokering a
Deal.
deal just so that the Pappy shows up.
Pappy will show up.
Well, that's exciting. That kind of reinvigorated me a little bit. I'm feeling a little tired right now. Late night last night. Midnight. Very tired.
Midnight. What were you doing?
Playing cards.
Oh, that's right.
Monthly
Cards.
card night.
How'd that go?
Not well for me. Always a good time, but not well.
Was he the last one there, Eddie?
No, actually, I was not the last one.
Was he the last one there again?
Jesse was the last one to walk out. Yep. I am typically the last person to leave a gathering, a social event.
Man.
Mr. Ammons, nice to see you.
Nice job.
Hey,
I really appreciate being down there. That's the only reason we wouldn't have been down there. I mean, just put it on the big screen. Yeah, great.
yeah.
I know the whole community appreciates you.
Yeah, we really appreciated it. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Oh, no, we should have done more. We could have done more. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was big impact. We ended up, so if you calculate the views, there's some sort of way that they take the views and they multiply it by, YouTube has some sort of a algorithm or calculation, right? To figure out how many people watched it. We believe that we were over 20,000 total viewers. The views itself were over, I think, 10 or 12,000, something like that.
Wow.
From a week after the state championship. I know that a lot of it has been watched since. I have not gone back and looked at any of those games
And
to add it
total
up.
interactions within all of our social media and YouTube.
We're
was-
near 1 million.
Yeah.
Really near 1 million.
So.
No, he's fine. We're just filling
live.
time.
We're live right now. We're live right now. We're just talking.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
You're on.
Oh, you're good. You're good. That's Kip Peterson on the PA that you can kind of hear in the background. He'll announce the non-starters and then the starters and then the coaches. But we've got a lot of young players out here.
Future Falcons.
Future Falcons putting on some pennies. The ball boys are. I know my sons were really looking forward to this. They've got their guys that
I think they all do.
They're they got 2 guys in particular that they're real fond of. We'll see how it shook out for them here.
There's some little Falcons out on the field. I don't know if you covered that.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
That was nice to talk to him, Chad. He was, oh my gosh. That's awesome.
I see my son over there probably talking to Ben Crone about chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets sound good right about
Ben
now.
is quite clutch for Kellen, bringing chicken nuggets late at night for him, and Blizzard, or whatever the McFlurry is. I think my youngest son is out there with Brody Pellet, which he was quite excited about. He's quite fond of Brody. Mills is out there, maybe?
Oh, always.
Always
right in the middle.
Hamming it up right in the middle with Ben and baby Sophia. Oh, my daughter Allie maybe out there. Nope, that's Kate Larmy.
I see. Isn't she right there next to
Mills?
She in front of Kane? No.
And Kane?
Yeah, she's right in front of
Oh,
Kane.
yeah, she is right in front of Kane. Good
so you
call.
got Colin all the
It
way
took
on
me
the
to
right,
pick
Chad.
out your daughter, huh?
Yeah, well,
Chad, you see Colin down there?
yeah, with Brody. Brody texted me earlier and asked if Colin would be interested in standing with him. Little did he know that Colin called dibs on Monday evening when we told him we were doing this. Same 3 officials from the girls' game will come in with the boys.
Looks like Magruder will be on the side, not in the middle of the field, save his
Be an
legs.
Assistant referee tonight. So it'll
Yep.
be the AR. One of the 2 ARs.
The human VAR. All right.
He'll be here all week, folks.
Yeah, right.
All right, Jesse's taking a break. Kane Hughes up there. Ben Crone.
And baby Sophia.
Ben Crone does a Lion King with Sophia, his cousin. Hilarious. Danny Holtz will start in the goal. We're going to do the national anthem here. Did that not happen in the girls' game?
I think it did.
Oh.
Unless we missed it.
Oh. You know what? I believe the national anthem is going to be sung by a Kuemper student. So
neat.
We'll maintain some quietness here while I look that up.
Well done.
That was really good. I only have on my sheet. So I believe I only have Logan Rial, I believe that's how you say his name, Kuemper student who sang that on my sheet. But I believe that was, we know it was Carson. I believe it's Carson Canny from Kuemper. Incredible job on the national anthem there. Hey, good game. Nice job.
Not an easy song to sing.
No, not at all, and they crushed it.
We had a student sing. Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, 2 Kuemper students sing the national anthem.
Nice. We used to have more of that, I feel, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
With our students.
Yeah. Father Max probably unavailable.
Yeah.
It's the,
To shred it?
Mass of the
Yeah.
of the I believe it's the chrism. That was at St. Pat's tonight. The bishop was in town. Quite an ordeal.
I'm surprised he didn't make a appearance tonight.
Yeah, I think he's pretty tied up. When the boss is in town, I think you don't really have much of a leg
No,
to
I'm
stand
saying
on.
the boss
Oh,
make an appearance.
the bishop. Well, he
Yeah.
probably had to scoot back to Des Moines. He's got a lot of important things to do there. Your Falcons come into tonight 4-0 on the season. Not quite ranked. I would bet that's coming soon. They're off to a great start.
Keep stepping on that
Kuemper
phone.
rolls in 1-2. Their victory this season came against Red Oak, a 7-0 result, and that was yesterday.
Oh,
So
wow.
maybe
Quick
some
turnaround.
maybe some tired legs. A lot, and I believe that was in Red Oak. I would want to look that up before. Yeah, no,
Logging some miles.
yeah, it is
early
in
the
Red Oak.
season.
So
They
they
played yesterday?
yeah down in Red Oak,
What time was that game? 'Cause
7 p.m. according to Bound.
weird.
So the Knights might have some tired legs. They're going to have the ball.
the Knights. I thought you were
Yeah,
saying
no,
the
no,
Falcons.
not us, not us.
I was like, Ed missed the game yesterday
Never.
for our
cards.
for Go Fish. Irwin does the Irwin thing, puts pressure on that back line.
Give us a couple minutes. We will get some of these opposing names together.
It's a little more of a challenge as the boys tend to move a little more quickly.
Oh, here's Irwin on an early opportunity. Oh my gosh, just goes wide.
Good pass to Mosley. Mosley just a little bit wide.
I think Mosley was thinking that
It was
Kyle was going to finish that himself. and
Ah,
potentially.
okay. Okay, yeah.
The
Nice.
pass might have caught him a little bit off guard early on in the game.
That would make sense. I mean, they were rather close
Yeah.
together.
nice opportunity to start the night.
Who's the Kuemper keeper?
I don't
Did we
know.
catch that?
I don't know, but he is.
He's
Could
a unit.
be Lucas Deal.
He's a
perhaps?
unit.
He is a unit.
It's a great word.
It's either Austin Heinrichs or Lucas Deal. Apologies on the names, of course, not intentional. Mosley with the ball.
Might have got away with a handball there.
It looked close. Max Godel, a senior.
But
will
as
play it
Kuemper
up.
transitions into offense, they may not be too upset with that initially.
Very young roster for the Knights. As I'm going down, underclassmen,
Be Falcon ball.
6 sophomores.
Oh boy. The ball boy on the near side,
About-
my youngest child. We'll see how well he does here.
About 8 freshmen on this roster.
Oh, wow.
Chad.
Young indeed.
Kane Hughes plays the
So
ball.
the
in
future will
middle.
definitely be bright for this Knights team then.
Yeah. There's some upperclassmen. I don't know who's exactly on the field right now, but it's a
Holtz.
really young roster.
Holtz will send it up to Mosley.
And Danny will play the sweeper keeper position tonight.
He loves to play up on that line, doesn't he?
It's a great. It's a good. It's good when your keeper does that.
Is it just keep him engaged?
Keeps him engaged, but it also acts as a separate defender,
Yeah.
so that anything that comes over the top,
He can
he can
step
get
up
to immediately and put it back into play.
before it causes too much trouble.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's really well done by Cooper Hamilton to send it across.
I know just, talking with Ed, I know Danny's worked really hard, does a lot of, specialized lessons, and he looks the part. I keep telling
does.
Ed, he looks really good back there this year.
And I've committed to taking the contrarian view. He's terrible, and he needs to work harder.
There's always room to work
that
hard.
that was at the request of his father, by the way. I don't really
See,
believe
we're all similar when we have a child on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's never,
hey,
never quite good.
We've talked about my kids' athletic endeavors. I regularly believe they are the worst, regardless of what they're
I
doing.
think we all do.
Godel will send it up to Mosley. Mosley turns, Fancy footwork. We'll play it across the middle to Ben Crone.
Yep.
Crone will send it back to Hamilton. It's got Solario Juarez next to him. This is going to be played up to Mosley.
Nice
Decent touch.
Nice ball up to Mosley. Hit the back of his leg, though.
And much like the girls' game started out, this game is following a similar path, at least initially, where the ball has been placed into the Kuemper defensive third to start the game off in the first 4 or 5 minutes.
Is there offsides before the half field?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. So that offsides trap doesn't work this far down.
Well, it's difficult this far down, but you can never be offside if you are on your
end of the field.
half of the field.
Okay. I got that. That is Jesus Garcia coming out. Who came in there?
I didn't see him. My apologies. And there's an offside call against St. Albert.
Morgan Young checks in. Oops, sorry.
Had to spit my gum out there. No empty bottles around tonight. It's Jesse's one contribution.
There you go, Kellen. Kellen working that sideline, gets the ball to I don't know who that is.
It looks like Cohen. Cohen Hamilton just took the throw in.
Yep.
Gets the ball up to Kane Hughes.
Those ball boys on the side need to be on their feet, ready to go. Nice ball up by Crone.
And I would say similar to the Saints team,
nice ball.
The strength of the Falcons team is again up the middle.
I really like Mosley's game. Obviously, Kyle Irwin's a standout. We just a lot of strong athletes on the field. I looking forward to see how Kane Hughes controls the middle of the field, gets the ball to the outside. It just might be a different set of tactics that we're looking at tonight.
Hughes, a very sure passer in soccer as basketball, plays that ball to the middle. Will be kicked out by Kuemper. Irwin will control the possession. That'll be a foul on the Falcons.
A little handball called there.
Quick
nice job
throw.
stepping up by
Dom Pauly.
Pauly. Great name.
Kuemper trying to go over the back.
Nice job by Hamilton. Clearing it out. Give the Knights a chance to reset on the Falcons' defensive third.
Full moon tonight, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Off in the distance to the east. Wonder if there will be fireworks tonight.
We had some fireworks early tonight with the Saints 5-2 victory, Chad. That was good.
A brace by Maura Ryan. Also goals from Eleanor
And I believe those
Coughlin.
were her first 2 goals of the year.
Really?
I think as I heard her tell Ava Wagner that they both scored tonight for the first time.
Alyssa Shepard contributed, and then Ava Wagner with the goal on senior night, making her dad proud even if he didn't say so. I could
she
see
always
it.
makes me proud.
I could see
don't
it in
always say
his
something,
eyes.
She always makes me proud.
I could see it in his eyes. That ball will go high into the Omaha Knight.
A little back spin on that. Handled by, is that Edgar?
Yeah, it is. Kane Hughes will drop it to Max Godel, who brings it to the near side. That's Cooper Hamilton up to Mosley. Mosley to Irwin. Irwin to the side to Crone. Fresh off a 2-goal performance Monday night.
Ooh.
That shot's just high.
Nice shot. Nice look there by Irwin. That must have went
Good ball
off
movement.
a Knight defender.
Let's see if they try to go short here quickly and get the Knights off.
And they do.
Crone with the ball. Sends it in.
Driven low across the 6.
Hamilton high.
Nice look there by Mosley, dropping it off.
Would have
to
been a
Hamilton.
heck of an extra point attempt. Unfortunately, just a little bit lower here in soccer.
I see Ellie Monahan has goggles on. I don't know.
It's the senior assassin, so they have to be on their lookout so they don't get taken out.
Okay.
Oh, is this the water gun thing?
Yeah, that's the water gun
We
thing.
tweeted about that here at StAlbertSportsFan.com.
Another
X'd about it.
another corner kick for the Falcons. Go ahead, Chad.
Yeah, had no idea. So they get squirted with water guns? Is that accurate?
Apparently.
I think pellet guns might be brought into the mix at some point, too.
I think that's a terrible idea. If there
Great
are
ball by
any-
Irwin.
Nice
Goal.
header there by Godel. Is that Godel? 12, yep.
On senior night, Max. No,
No,
that's Morgan Young. Morgan Young,
Sorry.
the sophomore.
Great delivery by Kyle Irwin on the corner kick there.
Beautiful.
Right across the box in the 6-yard line. Put it in no man's land where the keeper quite doesn't know if he wants to come out and challenge it or stay on his line. He chose to stay on his line, and Morgan Young heads it home.
That's why they call it the beautiful game. That was
The
well
sophomore.
executed by the Falcons.
The sophomore. Chris Hughes, would you like to join us? Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to give yours up? Okay. Mr.
100.
Mr. 100 joining us.
Oh,
Saints head coach Chris Hughes, looking great tonight, by the way.
Dapper.
I was just going to go sweatshirt because it was going to be cold, and Chad reminded me I wore a sports coat last year, so I had to up my game a smidge.
Well, you look great. Even wore the white kicks. Did you go out and buy those today?
No,
Those are fancy.
I've had them about a year, but I don't get them on very much. I don't want to scuff them.
Turf is,
Ask him why he didn't wear shorts. Like the,
yeah, hey, short suit, incredible.
I saw that he was. I told him that Coach Ken from Kuemper came in a tie today, so he's trying to make me look bad. Here.
Classing it up a little bit.
That's right.
He had to show off the legs.
I tell you what, it's got great calves. Looks good. Very interesting. There's some debate now if that is appropriate for the auction.
Which one? This?
No, that looks good for the auction.
Oh, the shorts and the tie?
short suit.
I didn't know there was a dress code there at the auction.
Or how ridiculous would you look as
So-
that corner comes
Yeah,
in. Header
nice.
well met by the keeper.
So, Coach, how would you assess your team's performance this evening?
You know what? They've had a pretty good start to the year, I think. They're I don't know. I'm different than some people, I think. I base it on how our possession is and how often we can keep control. I do like that we're not just trying to shove it down people's throats and just say, hey, who's faster, and go from there. But you know what? I thought they did pretty well. Viper with a nice little dribble through.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought it was pretty okay. They controlled the ball a lot. We had it down there a lot.
I like to see your right and left fullbacks pushing forward a little bit. Is that something you've been working on?
A lot. You know, I've talked about it for years, and we just never did it enough. This year we started pushing that a little more, and even about the first 10 or 15 minutes, we had to tell them to get up a little more than they were because they were kind of holding back. And Kuemper only had one striker, so we're like, you don't need 4 girls back. Just keep the 2 center backs there and let the outsides push up. And it's just amazing when you do that how much more dominant you can be and how much more control you can have.
And I said on the broadcast, I said, you know, when you've got two track athletes back there and Ellie and Alexa Lenz, Ellie Monahan and Alexa Lenz, generally those 2 girls are not going to get beat over the top in a foot race.
Correct. We actually talked about that at halftime, actually. There was a few times they were standing here near center circle, and we'd have a corner kick or going for a cross. Well, they wouldn't have anybody. I mean, their highest person was at about 30-yard mark, and I basically asked them, I said, do they have somebody faster than you two? And they said no. And we're like, well, get up there then a little bit.
Oh, it's a great
Kane
through
Hughes
ball.
with a great
Great
through
through
ball.
ball from Kane Hughes.
Finds Mosley. Mosley moves to his right. He's got Irwin to his left. Shot from Mosley straight to the keeper.
Good shot, good save.
That was a really nice.
That was Kane with a through ball.
Chris's son Kane, of course, a junior here with the wonderful ball there. Can I ask a question? You don't have to answer if you don't want.
I'm an open book, Chad.
Well, you may not be. Walk me through your decision making on who was going to take that PK.
Oh,
It's a penalty kick, Chad, not a PK.
I'm sorry, a penalty kick.
actually, it's
Excuse
pretty
me.
simple, actually.
Thank you. Yes, I don't know the difference. It's penalty kick.
I grabbed the 2 seniors. So we have 4 seniors on the squad. Elise wasn't in at the time. Kirsten scores. So I grabbed the 2 seniors in the back, and I said, let's figure this out. If we stay up 2 or more, who's going to take the PK? Nice header. I go rock, paper, scissors. Ava won the rock, paper, scissors, so she a little Rochambeau at halftime.
So if that situation were to occur again with a game that's in hand, would you allow
Ellie
Ellie
next
her
time.
opportunity?
Don Polly's checking out.
Don
Brody
Polly, the
Pellet,
senior.
number 1, checking into midfield.
Also Costa, Polish Schweer checking in
Is it Edgar?
for Edgar, Solario Juarez. So that was fun. It was also fun to be next to Gabe when that happened.
Oh, nice back heel by Morgan there. But yeah, no. So I figured this is the time to try to let somebody, let these girls in the back,
It was her
see their
first
name
career
in the
goal.
paper. Oh, was it?
First career
Oh,
goal.
exciting!
Evening
Exciting.
of milestones.
Glad she made it.
So am
So
I.
is Gabe.
So is she when she got home.
So are our listeners, because that would have been rather uncomfortable had she not made that.
So what's funny is as she's stepping up to take it, I peek back and I see Ava's mom, Rachel, sitting there and putting her hand over her face for a second.
So it's not just me.
I can attest Gabe's eyes were open. I watched him more than I watched Ava's shot.
It was a great shot.
It was a great shot.
Good shot. Wanted a little more power on the end of it, but a good shot, nonetheless. Good placement. Good placement.
So you've got Glenwood on Monday.
Yes.
Before we're going to move on from current speak here in a second, but Glenwood on Monday, they're a nice squad. Had a very spirited game against Lewis Central this week. What's that look like for you guys?
You know what? I think they must have a really, really good D, or I think they have a great goalie, actually. They don't give up many. They don't give up many. So, I mean, you hope for one, but you want two or three. And, if
you're going to have to value your possession.
Yeah. And, the girls have honestly did a pretty nice job of that recently. I'm not a big stat guy. I typically don't care who does what.
As long as it gets done.
Yes, I base everything on possession and amount of consecutive passes in a row. And this team here, I mean, there's every game they have multiple 10 pass possessions, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And just wear a team down a little bit and control the ball. If you got the ball, they don't. They can't score.
Kuemper's got something working here. All right. Well, thank you for that breakdown.
Yeah.
Let's shift the conversation a little bit and move into some retrospect. You achieved a milestone tonight. The program also had a milestone. Win number 100. What, for you as the head coach in 9 seasons, what does tonight mean to you, or what does it make you feel, I guess?
Honestly, part of me makes me feel old. But actually, some of it there, you sit there and I'm just happy that we win more than we lose. Mm-hmm. And we average, with when Randy was the head coach and got his 250, we averaged about 12 wins a season. I say this all the time, but we're the smallest school in the state that has soccer.
Mm-hmm.
So every school we play is a large school to
Mm-hmm.
us. We've had a few hiccups here and there, but overall, it's in the 9 seasons, since Randy left, I feel we're keeping things going, and honestly, with a lot of these teams we have and the youth program we have, I think it's just going to get a lot better.
We touched on that youth program, but a little bit during the broadcast. But the honest to God truth is, basically, the youth program is what you've made it yourself, right? I mean, you put a lot of time, energy, effort, and
on the rec side.
Yeah.
What's nice, there's a lot of girls that do club, and that's super beneficial. But you look out here, most of our teams, I think we have, we had 4 girls that play club. Everybody else is a rec kid. And you just want to try to get the rec kids
some work.
Yeah, up as much as you can. And here's what's great too is and this is what I truly like almost best about our program is the high school girls help at least an hour a week with the little kids. Well, they all look up to them. They're they like each other. They want to be those high school kids down the road.
Well, and I think one encouraging thing when you look at the next wave of Saints that are about to roll in, it is not 4 kids playing club anymore.
No.
It's flipped the opposite. There's about 4 kids that play rec. Everybody else is playing club on these teams, and that doesn't happen without a passion and a desire. And I think that comes from your girls, but it also comes from you and Todd really pushing the issue. And I know on the girls' side specifically, you pushing the issue and being honest with these kids. Like, if you want to be like Eleanor Coughlin, it does not happen without the work.
You have to play. You have to play. And the big thing is, at least on the rec side, we try to teach them We want them to get better. But also the big thing, you want it to be fun.
Great ball from Kane Hughes again.
You know, and that's one of the big things there is people forget that these kids have to have fun. And you know what? When you learn and have success, it's fun. Oh,
Mostly with
wow,
a
nice save.
no-look shot there. Good save
Nice
by the
little
keeper.
Yeah, a little one-handed grab.
Yeah.
So we had goal number 1 for Ava Wagner in her career tonight. Win number 100 for Coach Chris Hughes, but also win number 350 in the program's history. Am I wrong, but you have been here for all 350?
All 350 plus.
Plus the non-sanctioned,
Yeah,
which you and I spoke earlier today. We don't have that number,
No.
but throw a number out, a conservative number.
450.
So we are nearing in. That's ridiculous.
It is a little
And that
bit.
started
It is
in
a little bit.
1980.
Well,
Well, when did the
19
non-sanctioned part start?
1987.
1987.
And I've been on the staff since I think it's 93, the year we won the unsanctioned state title.
What a, and I hope Randy was able to watch. We've got an event coming up later this year where Randy is the guest of honor, and there will be some recognition there. That information is found on our website and social media as well. We'll push that as we get closer. I believe it's May 12th.
May
Yes.
12th, first trainer.
Jesse mentioned it. Saint Soccer is almost like the Steelers or Iowa football. We've had 2 coaches in the history of the program. What as East Mills principal Dale Scott checks in. Nice to see Mr. Scott here.
Chip's been a great mentor for me over the years.
But 2 coaches in the history. That's incredible.
It's funny. I was gonna quit when Randy quit. Just because.
I may
did you
tweet
say
that
this?
video
Yeah,
out because
yeah.
it was I even got kind of emotional watching that video.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago, and honestly, being a head coach, I mean, it's fun, but being an assistant's a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, you just get to show up and you get to just deal with soccer. But Randy was retiring, and the 80th time, Coach Schreiber said, "Chris, would you like the job?" And I'm like, "No." And literally, it was 2 months later. I said to him, I said, "Hey, who's applied?" He goes, "Chris, do you want the job?" I said, "Well, I guess so, yeah." And it's funny because, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I just see the kid stuff. I don't know if it's I have help from Chad's wife, Lindsay. I mean, Jenna Cox takes a team. I mean, you have a lot of help, which is great. But I literally, 10 years ago, I was tired all the time and stuff after the seasons and after the little kids. Well, I don't get that way anymore. And I'm just, maybe it's because I enjoy it or you see the kids grow and get better. But I'm still rejuvenated at this time.
Good. Well, we hope that lasts for a long time.
I do too.
Especially Gabe and I, because we still have daughters that haven't even made it to the high school realm yet.
Well, and you sit here and look at this, and I'm like, your kids get to a certain age. Well, I mean, I'll have nothing to do when my kids aren't around. I mean, they'll be gone. I'll have zero to do, and my wife won't want to hang out with me all the time. So I'll have to keep doing this for a while.
I asked the hypothetical question earlier. Who's more appreciative, the St. Albert community for your 100 wins and 350 career win contribution, or Julie, because we keep you busy and she has lots of peace and quiet?
Yeah, all the time. Hey, as you can tell, she decided this morning that she was going to head to Des Moines and hang out with a bunch of girlfriends, which is wonderful.
So Jules missed the big night?
Honestly, she doesn't even know there's a game going on right now. I mean,
well, hopefully she's watching her son play. I'm sure that he would love to hear
I'll know
from his
if
mother.
I get a text in the next 10 seconds that she heard that. But
a congratulatory text on the 100th win.
She's probably telling her friends, I did not realize tonight was win number 100. Better congratulate. So Kuemper's got the ball here. They are trailing 1-0, 17-10 to go here in the first. Falcons continue to look strong. They're living on the offensive side of the ball for the most part.
The game has kind of transitioned into a little bit of a midfield kind of
Yeah. I would
battle.
be remiss if I didn't say Paul and Jenna Cox have been here with me the whole time doing, fabulous things. We get help from Alex Vasquez, Brian Holt, all great contributors to the program and helping the success we have.
Probably one of the best club coaches in the entire metropolitan
Alex?
area, if not the best metropolitan
yeah.
area of Omaha.
Alex is absolutely fabulous.
I have to say, in the video of Randy's retirement when you weren't going to come back, it was like, man, this is a very emotional piece. The thing that really got me was seeing high school Jenna Cox
Yeah.
in tears. She can't even compose herself. That really shook me. I was like, geez, I didn't really know her as a younger person. She does an incredible job with the younger Saints, has for a long time. And her and her dad are both just very selfless in their time.
Well, and what else besides Jenna on that? Maddie Munger didn't even want to play soccer. And
Shot goes
good shot
wide there.
Maddie only played because her sister Emma played, so they wanted to play together. Well, Emma graduated, and Maddie decided to stick it out, even though she had a D1 scholarship offer.
She played
For
volleyball, correct?
Yep,
yeah.
Yep. Jackrabbit, if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
South Dakota State, I
Yep.
believe. Yeah. Yeah, that was quite a piece, and quite a career with hopefully a nice long ramp ahead. I know I'm hoping for at least 5 more years, Gabe, probably 6.
Yeah.
What's great is Coach Salyers still calls and gives advice and things, which is wonderful. And he still sees every game, watches
Good.
every game. He comes to most home games.
This I gotta say, construction is the price of progress. It was difficult getting here and all the construction going on around here. I believe that's the softball field being built just beyond where we are right now. It's all torn up down here. It was kind of tough. So I don't blame Coach Salyers for not coming tonight.
Oh, he was here.
Oh, was he here?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
well,
he was
wonderful.
here.
I missed him. I wish I had an opportunity to say hello.
Yeah.
Well, that has to make it even more special with him in attendance, as you were his co-pilot for all those years.
Let's get one here. Good dish.
Costa Polish Schweer will clean it up on the back end. Sends it across in the direction of Kane Hughes. Intercepted by the Knights. Hughes maintains possession and will find Cooper Hamilton in the corner.
Ooh,
Good
got
ball.
away the handball there.
Good ball to Morgan Young, who will drop it to Brody Pellet.
These boys do a really nice job of controlling things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fellas, I want to thank you guys
Yeah.
for everything you do. I'm
Thank you,
gonna
Chris.
go sit and watch my kid for a
Absolutely.
while.
Congratulations.
Take a load off.
And thank you.
Yep. Thanks for all you do.
And thanks for setting this up,
Jesse.
too. And
Yeah.
Jesse, too.
And
Yeah. Jesse, too. And good luck tomorrow night. I hear you got a big night.
Oh.
I'm rooting for you.
You know what? All are welcome. All are welcome. All right. See you guys. Thank
See you,
you.
Chris.
Thank you,
Thank
Coach.
you, and congratulations. Chris Hughes celebrating his 100th victory with tonight's 5-2 result and program victory number 350, all of which he was on the coaching staff for. We don't
All
know
right.
where Jesse. Oh, Jesse's off to our left.
Let me go back to action here.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, Jesse.
Look at about 1 o'clock. That's a drone show.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I was wondering what that was.
so
hey,
we don't.
get Tito on that.
The city of Council Bluffs no longer does fireworks. It's all drones now. I forgot about that. That went away after I was on council.
Save 8
I'm really,
lives.
I'm
What's
really
that,
not.
Chad?
I don't know. I'm not pro fireworks, but I am pro firework display in something like this. Ruger, my dog, is probably very appreciative that there's no fireworks tonight. Not a fan.
I'm pro fireworks. I'm pro fireworks. Doing dangerous things safely builds character.
Kyle Irwin with an
Oh.
incredible move. He's taken down in the box,
Ben
but there's a
Crone
shot.
cleaning up.
Ben Viper Crone with the goal.
Great
2-0
finish.
Falcons.
Way to step up, way to clean up, way to get to the center of the field like your coach since you're in first grade. Good job by Ben Crone.
I think Kip Peterson just dropped the Viper
Did he really?
on the PA.
No. Great
Great
job.
finish. Upper 90, great finish.
Who had the pass there?
That
Was that Irwin?
Irwin drilled the one-on-one into the box and was able to get it over there.
Two great.
I wouldn't call that an
Pass it.
assist by Kyle,
Yeah.
but the ball wasn't in the box without Kyle.
Correct.
Two great plays by Kyle to set up the goals for the
Yeah.
Falcons so far here this evening.
That Morgan Young header was
Beautiful.
class.
12 minutes remain in the first half. Falcons enjoying a 2-goal cushion.
Dude, the Falcons don't have any like crazy achievements that are happening tonight, which
Not that I'm aware of.
No.
but they're playing with like their pants are on fire right now. I don't know what you guys talked about, if you guys just talked about the girls team, but I like the way
However,
that this game
I do believe that one of the coaches for the Falcons state title in 1998, I believe, is when the Falcons won the state title. Brian Brabeck is in attendance this evening.
Oh,
I think my uncle was the head coach, Dennis Shea. Am I
only
wrong?
state. I believe you're correct. Only state
Yeah.
championship in soccer history at St. Albert. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sanctioned state
Sanctioned.
championship, as we mentioned earlier. The girls have an unsanctioned victory to their resume.
And I think my cousin Sean was an assistant on that team as well.
Quite a soccer player in his own right.
Yeah, him and Ryan. Ryan's probably listening. Ryan probably waiting all day for this.
Haven't received any feedback from Ryan. Always do appreciate that.
Yes. I know I was talking to Brad the other day. He said Ryan will watch a game Ben plays and have a nice little text conversation with Brad. Ryan's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to soccer. I mean, he's a savant. I think he was a head coach at Memphis, D1.
Oh, wow.
D1 coach for some years. Coached at Austin College in Texas for a
Oh.
little bit.
Offsides will be called.
That
on
was
the
a tight one,
Falcons.
but he was
That-
offsides, but it
that
was
was
close.
close.
It was close.
It was
yeah.
close.
Almost timed it perfectly.
Falcons are starting to find and starting to use the entire space of the pitch and moving the ball around and trying to find those empty spaces in the defense of the Knights.
When I was off air, Kane Hughes had a great leading pass up to, was it Mosley?
Yes.
Yeah.
My gosh, it was like a 50-yard pass. Right
Very,
on
very
the
skilled.
spot.
Looked
Yes,
great.
Kane Hughes does possess great field vision.
He does. He just sees it.
And very good field footwork. The ball at his feet is very comfortable to him.
He makes things look easy too. It doesn't look like he puts a lot of effort in. It's just the way he operates.
It's his attitude and demeanor, right?
Yeah.
He's just very.
Very
I would
chill.
be interested to see what his heart rate is. It's probably pretty low.
I don't know. He's a redhead, so he's got to get amped up at some point,
You know,
right?
Chris doesn't get that fired
You're
up.
right. They're a weird redhead.
Atypical redheads.
I have a redheaded brother, so I can say that stuff, right? Isn't that how it works?
That's how it works.
I'm part ginger,
As the
and I think I have a pretty loose demeanor. I can
drone
lose
show's
it.
pretty sweet over there.
Live
Right.
on.
My
Nebraska.
mustache grows in red, so I think I can. That counts, right?
I
Interesting.
run a little hot every now and then. I attribute that
I know I do.
I attribute that to the gingerness in my body.
Stubbornness.
Inappropriate language.
Looks like number 9, Charles Mayhall, is checking in for the Knights, the next dead ball.
Not a lot of substitutions for the Falcons.
Just
This half.
Costa and Edgar.
And
They just kinda swap them out.
Brody Pellet
Yep.
in for Dom Pauly. And I think Morgan Young also came in. He did not. I don't believe he started
I
tonight.
think you're right.
I believe
Throw
a
out by the
senior
goalie,
did.
intercepted by Morgan Young.
Looks like they might have got him for a handball
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call that a trap, Gabe, when you kind of use like your forearms, if you will? Or is that just a handball?
That's just a handball.
Okay.
It's a trap if you get away with it, though.
Yeah. Yep. The aforementioned pellet. Looking for Irwin. That trickles through. Lost possession there by the Falcons.
7.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
You know, Carroll's not doing a bad job. Sorry, the Knights aren't doing a bad job of keeping possession. They're making the Falcons work for it, but when the Falcons got the ball, they do this. They're super aggressive.
Irwin,
Ooh.
left-footed shot, wide right. They're getting their opportunities, that's for sure.
Yep.
So number 9,
Charles Mayhall.
Charles Mayhall checks in. Looks like number 10,
out.
Fletch Batting, is coming out.
Okay.
I like that name,
Yeah,
Fletch.
he played some basketball.
Who's that, batting?
Fletch, yeah. Yeah, I recall that name.
Looks like number 5 for the Knights, Nicholas Wernemont, is going to check in as well. The next availability. And then also moving to center, the check-in is number 19, Traeger Niehaus.
Traeger. I like
If
that.
I may be mispronouncing that.
Like the grill. Freshman. Number 4.
Yeah, I think it's Traeger.
I'd call it Traeger.
Not spelled the same as the grill, but
No.
similar.
It's like Trey.
Trey, G-E-R.
G-E-R, yeah.
Unique.
Unique New York.
Perhaps big fans of pellet smoking.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
I am. Huge fan.
This time of the year, you smell your neighbor grill, and it's like, okay, I guess I'm grilling tonight too. Irwin almost loses possession. Does lose possession. See what the Knights do here. They're going to play it back. Goalie can't play this on his hands. He's got to kick that out. I feel like the Falcons could have brought that line up with a little more pressure.
Looks like that ball went out of across the touchline for a corner kick.
Corner kick might not have been the worst play there.
Might not have been the worst development there for that ball to go out of bounds. And
Although-
Kyle Irwin
although-
looks like to be taking the corner again.
Yeah, that midfield of the Falcons didn't seem that big of in a hurry to get up there and pressure, but
No.
Well played by the keeper who will throw it out. The Knights could put a run together here.
5.5 to go. How
You
many
could
se-
see what he wanted to do there. He just didn't get the ball up in that diagonal run.
Yeah. Nice
Good.
job by Costa. I love Mosley's feet.
That
Gets it off to Irwin.
pass came in a little hot. He's going to drop it to Kane Hughes, who's going to send it for Ben Crone.
Nice run by
Nice
by
diagonal
Crone.
run by Ben Crone.
Good vision again
I think
by
that was
Kane.
like some cousin ESP happening there.
Yeah, 100%. But like Gabe said, I don't think Kane misses much on the
No.
field.
Well, and those two have played a ton of soccer together.
And just probably pick up everything, right? Pick up basketball, soccer, making games up in the backyard.
So we've got, looks like, number 6 checking out, Aiden Handios. And
Another
then number
another
4,
freshman.
Carson. It might be Canny.
Kane?
Or
Canny.
Canny?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I will write my tweet at halftime. I got some good pictures from St. Albert Athletic Director Tim Cannon. Let's see which one of these two I can use. We're going to use this one.
Do we need to give any shout-outs for boys basketball and all conference, all state?
All City.
All City, excuse me.
I saw All City come out, and that was Colt Spencer.
Okay.
I hate to admit it. Peter Burnett with an Umbrella is in attendance. I don't have an Umbrella subscription, so I'm not really sure who made the team, except for I saw the picture with
Yeah.
Colt on it. So
Well, if that's true, Colt, well-deserving.
Yeah.
Great freshman year. I can't wait to see, his progression throughout the next couple
lot
years.
of great job.
Costa Polish-Schweer checks out, and I think Edgar Solario Juarez checks in.
Colt future's very bright for that Falcon basketball team. Of course, Owen Marshall and Joe Hughes graduate, but they bring back a significant amount of minutes.
Yep.
So they look to build on a very promising season. It's Ben Crone
Ooh.
off the bar.
Crossbar again. Ben Crone is
Aggressive
providing a
tonight,
nice
yeah.
challenge for
He's
that
running
left
hot
fullback
right now.
for that. He's putting a lot of pressure on the left fullback for Carroll Kuemper.
He's
at the
not
moment.
afraid to let it loose. We got 2 balls on the field.
Yes, we do.
I do like his, the bullets that he's throwing in there. There's no fairway finders in his bag,
No.
Chad.
No, there is not. Let's give a shout out to some of the ball boys. I see your
Viper
son-
never uses the 3-wood.
No,
No.
no, just take it out
All
of the bag.
driver.
Probably the same with his old man.
I think so.
Nice
Ben.
decision by Ben. Pull it out.
over to Young, who sends it to Hughes. Hughes from 30 yards out.
He scored
No
on a
good.
deep one last week.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
Just
Best,
snuck
one
in.
of the best goals you'll ever see
Yeah. It was
at
a
any
beaut.
level.
And when a lefty does it, you guys know, if anyone's listened to me on Sports Fan, I love when a lefty.
Sucker for lefties.
Yes, I am.
Speaking of lefties, 8 lefties played in the Masters this week, the most ever.
Really.
Yeah, heard that today on the broadcast.
Harmon, I think, is up there. He had a good round today.
Akshay Bhatia,
Oh, yeah.
one of my favorite young golfers.
Bubba Watson would be on there, too.
Akshay Bhatia, fun fact, the first ever champion of the drive, chip, and putt competition to play in the Masters.
Wow.
Also, one of his sponsors, Coupa, which is the sourcing platform that my company was one of the first adopters of in the United States.
I love watching him play. He's so he's got a good imagination.
He hits some of the most creative shots.
He
that you'll
reminds me
see.
of Bubba.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's lefties are supposedly like more creative anyway, but he's fun to watch.
Irwin with an opportunity. Very crowded in there. He's going to give it a shot. It's blocked by the keeper. Well done. Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, I think he missed the cut.
Did he miss the cut? Darn.
I think he was at +3.
I had him on one of my teams.
Did Homa make the cut?
I believe he did. I think Homa finished +1 or maybe even.
Good. He was
I like
my
Max.
my tier 5 pick.
I like Max. He's fun. He keeps things light.
My tier 5 picks all failed miserably.
Did they?
Yeah.
Fred Couples misses the cut, I
Russell
believe,
Henley,
by 1
Lucas
stroke.
Glover did not come through.
Did you see Langer?
Missed it by 1.
Yeah, he bogeyed
That was a
18.
heartbreaker.
He bogeyed 18 just barely too, and Couples missed it by a stroke too.
Yeah.
I was a little dismayed to see 89-year-old Gary Player uncork a 265-yard drive, which a man that age is outdriving me.
Did you see?
He only outpaces me by about 50 years.
Yeah.
I don't know why that got me.
Did you see Jack's wife when he hit his drive to start?
I did not.
She gave this ooh nice drive, Jackie. It was pretty funny.
That'll do it for the first half. That was good. Brad Crone
Yeah.
checking in. Viper with a great first half.
Chad.
Yeah, we're going to take a break. I need to get this coughing under control.
All
Hang
right.
tight. We'll be back
See
in
you
the second half.
8 minutes. Bye.
No, I don't need a jacket.
I know.
Thanks,
Brady
offering.
is the best producer.
He's killing it.
Like you were saying.
Just killing
Just
it.
the best.
Killing it.
Oh,
Welcome back.
We're live, Chad.
We're back.
Avela Bank providing these nice little
Water
bottles.
And gracious sponsor of tonight's activities here at Morrison
Did you guys
Stadium on the campus
discuss
of
that
Creighton.
relationship with
Yes.
Chris?
No.
Okay.
No, not with Chris.
Is
no,
it
just earlier.
is it a pretty easy? I wonder if it's a pretty easy like renewal process.
I
and
would
Creighton
imagine
probably
so.
works
You know,
good with us.
Avela Bank is
Yeah.
super generous.
Yeah.
Good community partner in both communities. I don't know that for a fact in Carroll, but if they're as good as they are in Council Bluffs, I'm sure they're even better or as good in Carroll.
As the Falcons take the field here
those.
up 2-0.
Look at those nachos Mr. Holtz got. Those are pretty legit.
And make Mr. Larson jealous.
Man.
Did you get that reference? Mr.
Yeah.
Larson and his super nachos. Kane Hughes.
TJ Superfan, Mr. Larson?
Yes. When it's convenient.
Unless the Saints are winning at something.
This is Brody Pellet, starts the half on the field. This is Morgan Young. Nice pass to Ben Crone in the near side corner.
Crone's going to pull it back. Finds Young, who gives it right back, and they're going to say Crone was offsides. Oh, that was beautiful.
I thought it was well timed by Ben.
I thought so, too. Good teamwork. Got a little chilly here.
Yeah.
Not going to lie.
I got my jacket from Katie. I was surprised that I thought forward enough to pack a jacket.
I was hoping my hoodie. Oh, yeah, I can fit this over the headset. It's a
Nice
little
work.
snug.
Nice work there by Ben Crone, keeping the ball alive on the Falcons' offensive third. Irwin drops it off to Kane Hughes. Kane Hughes finds Edgar.
Solario Juarez will boot it forward. I don't think Crone's going to be able to get to that. It'll be a goal kick.
Oh, Jet's first action as ball boy down here.
Doing a great job down there. Jet Shea, ball boy.
I saw him playing catch with people in the stands earlier, so that makes me happy he's on the ball over there.
Joined by Oliver T-Meyer.
And Hudson Jorgensen.
Hudson
looks
Jorgensen in the corner there. Who's this other little one that's running along the
like. That
sideline?
is James
Marsh?
Marsh, yes.
Okay, all right. James Marsh here on the near side.
With the young Colin Hannon.
He is, I don't know why he doesn't just put that penny on instead of just draping it around his neck.
Chad, Jet was doing the same thing with a T-shirt earlier today, and I said, is that the cool way to wear a shirt? He's like, Dad, I haven't put it on yet. I'm like, well, it looks like you tried. Anyway.
Good run by the Knights. Will be halted by Cohen Hamilton. Plays it up to Morgan Young.
Cohen does a great job back there. We don't talk enough about Cohen, but he is.
Him and Max.
Yeah.
Cooper Hamilton, Brody Pellet. That back line's pretty solid.
You know, Cohen Hamilton, you know, that defensive position that he plays, he so solid back there. It kind of, you know, with his positioning in football and in soccer, they're kind of thankless positions, but so vital to the team aspect. So, Cohen Hamilton, one of my favorite athletes up here. If I could pick favorites, just the selflessness.
Great kid.
Yeah, yep, great family. So, great
Irwin
job.
with a shot, looking for the far post. That does not connect. It'll go to Ben Crone. Centers it.
Nice. Oh,
Morgan Young takes a swing.
nice ball in by Crone.
James Marsh is real close to the out of bounds there.
I think he read it. I think he knew what was going on.
Yeah, he had it under control. I just didn't want to see the young man get trucked by a high schooler.
Well, that happens once. Nice ball in
Crone
by
plays
Crone.
it to the middle. Header from Mosley.
Oh!
Almost gets by the keeper, but will not. Well played by the Kuemper keeper.
Almost highlight reel stuff there, Chad.
Would have been a second phenomenal header from the Falcons. Crone.
Ben's on
Fancy
one tonight.
footwork.
I asked Brad at halftime if he made Ben mad. He's like, no, why? I
No,
was
this
like,
is just Ben in general.
Yeah.
Irwin with a shot from
Ooh.
outside the box.
Almost slips through the goalie's hands. Nice
Crone,
save by the
of course,
goalie.
with a nice week on the course.
Oh, yeah. That Falcon got,
Brody Sneed.
I saw Klussman at halftime. I said, this golf team, man, you got something cooking? He said, yeah, we do. So, nice ball.
Solario Juarez with the shot. Oh, wide right. Good look.
Good look by Morgan Young.
Very good look as Hudson Jorgensen throws the ball in. to the keeper for a goal kick.
Well-timed run by Edgar.
Yes.
Nice drop-off by Morgan Young.
You like to see that. It was well done by Edgar.
Solario Juarez, am I right?
Yes, correct.
Knights flirting with danger back here. Get a little, Chad, sometimes, and we actually kind of had a conversation like this yesterday. Sometimes looking like real soccer isn't always the best thing. You know, when you play it back,
it can be challenging if you don't have the skill or the formation to do so.
Right.
I wish Gabe was on the call. He could explain that to us, but he's enjoying a nice conversation with Brian Brabeck behind us. State champion Brian Brabeck. Uncle. Second uncle, I believe, to Ben Crone and Kane Hughes.
Nice
Well
ball
done
forward by the
Kuemper.
Knights. Nice job by the Falcons getting back. That's Cooper Hamilton on the back line.
Falcons with a 2-0 lead here. 5 minutes into the second.
Nice job by Brody Pellet. Ball ends, going to be cleaned up by none other than Danny Holtz.
Here comes the throw out to Morgan Young right at the foot. Didn't even need to move. He'll play it forward to Crone, who's going to probably give it right back to Young, and he does. Solario Juarez close to being offsides back there. Young, fancy footwork.
Oh,
plays it to the middle. That was brilliant.
Ben almost got 2 balls thrown at him right there. Nice job by James and Colin being on the ball. No pun intended. Or pun intended. I was going to ask if Ben does like that flip throw.
Oh, I bet he could. Give him about 20 minutes. He'd figure it out.
Yeah. Big boot by the Knight goalie. Handled well by Godel.
Max plays it up to Kyle Irwin. Kyle Irwin's going to reverse the field. Play it forward to Crone. Intercepted by a Knight. It'll settle at the feet of Morgan Young. Young back to Crone. On the near side. He's going to play to the corner to Solario Juarez, who gets to it. Wonderful play by Edgar. He's going to get it up to Crone, who's going to center it. Possession will be controlled by Kane Hughes.
They're going to call a what?
Oh, he caught it on the elbow. Kuemper will play it quick. They're on the move.
It looked like he tried to, but he didn't. I don't know. The referee obviously has a better vantage point.
He's quite a bit closer than us.
Chad, you know how I don't think the Falcons have ever committed a foul.
Hughes with a lot of space in front of him is going to push it till he needs to punt it off to Crone. Crone centers. Mosley with the header, and it's
oh my goodness.
What a play by the keeper.
Great ball in by Ben Crone. Great effort there by Chris Mosley. Just good goaltending by the big Knight goalie.
Kuemper with the numbers here. Little 3-on-3 action.
Nice job by Godel.
Godel boots it away. There will not be a foul call. It will be Kuemper ball.
My understanding on that is if he gets the ball, it's not a foul.
Okay.
Right?
Got it. I don't know.
Gabe,
luckily, our expert just showed up.
On that play by Godel, I don't know if you saw it.
I saw it.
But a defender getting in there, getting his foot on the ball, that means no foul, right?
Yeah, as long as he gets the ball.
Okay.
Young. Fancy footwork.
Did you see Ben's center? Couple header opportunities.
That was nice.
Ben getting a lot of action over
Pellet,
here.
Pellet kicked the ball into the chest of a Knight. He's a little shook.
Bouncing ball misplayed by the Knights. Edgar able to take advantage. Did that hit somebody in the face?
No, it hit him in the, call it the mid-body section, Jesse.
Is that Riker?
Oh,
down
no.
there?
I thought you were talking about the Kuemper player. Number 4 will come out for Kuemper. He's going to catch a breath. Carson Canny. In for him is Traeger Niehaus. I think that was Riker who tried to head it.
Was that what he was trying
Which
to
is,
do?
Riker's a free spirit. That's not that surprising.
Yes. Free spirit, that's, good. Ben Crone drops it off to Morgan Young.
Boy, these two just have chemistry.
They've been working well together this half.
They did used to play club together.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Young gets it into Crone. Crone with some footwork. He's going to continue to dribble. Gets it into Solario Juarez, whose shot attempt is to the right of the goal. No good.
Deflected. Should be a Falcon corner kick here.
Irwin scoots over to the corner after he gets the ball from Oliver Tiemeyer. Getting these young Falcons doing a great job as ball boys. Big thank you to Todd Tarbox for the opportunity. Good ball by Irwin. Header by Cooper Hamilton, I believe.
Some really good
No
balls
good.
to the inside, to the middle by the Falcons so far this half. Chad's got to take a break.
Just about 30 minutes left in the second half here. Knights will play the ball out on a corner kick. Or goal kick, excuse me, rather.
Okay. All right, I thought there were 12 kids on the field for the Knights, but they brought a guy out. So they're back to 11.
30 minutes to go here in the second. Falcons with a 2-0 lead, 2-0 lead, as they would say across the pond.
Nice
Irwin.
two-man game by with Mosley and Irwin there. Gets dropped off to Edgar.
Morgan Young with a shot.
She looked like the goalie might have got a fingertip on it, but nope, it'll be a goal kick there for the Knights. I do like these whites that the Knights are wearing. It's
Very
clean,
crisp.
Clean unis.
Classic look.
We don't really see the Falcons play away much. I'm sure
No.
their away jerseys are.
Their whites are pretty crisp, I
Yeah.
feel.
I think they're better than what they're wearing.
You not a fan of the all green?
No.
No.
I wouldn't call it all green either. It's got that like yellow Adidas fade.
On the back of the shorts, which makes me think they all put their shorts on backwards.
Yeah, that is unique as well. Yeah, I'm with you. Don't love the home unis. I tell my wife this all the time. The best soccer uniform that I've seen is the one that our daughters wore when they were in like first grade. They're like these Nike, like, you remember the ones?
Yeah.
Like multi-layered
Yeah.
Nike, light green, dark green. They're beautiful. I'm going to start lobbying Chris to bring those back at the next cycle. And if I have to wait real long, I may just start to fundraise for new uniforms.
Raise the paddle.
Oh, yeah, foul called on Kuemper. Why was that, Gabe?
I don't, from up here, it looked like a clean play, but
Did it? Yeah.
he's closer than
Yeah.
I am.
Viper will have a see if he puts it on
It
goal
seems
or set up.
Pretty
here.
far out for.
Oh, went for a worm burner. Well read by the keeper.
Tried to catch him off guard a little bit.
Brody Pellet moves into possession. Well done.
Oh, the knee ball.
That the goalie doesn't quite have the arm that Danny Holtz does.
No, Danny does a great job of distributing the ball with the throw.
Kane
Man
Hughes
on,
with the
Kane.
man on him. Dribbles through two defenders
Like,
and will
he is
dish it
just
off to
smooth.
Hamilton.
Yeah,
He's just so smooth.
And again, it's just like effortless. It doesn't seem like he's in a hurry. He's under control. Not his first soccer game.
Football match.
Who's winning the match?
Who's Gabe? Since you're our resident soccer expert here at StAlbertSportsFan.com, who's your football team? Do you have one?
Professional?
Yeah,
I follow Liverpool.
Liverpool. Okay.
I don't really waste my time with MLS.
I'm not I have a hard time with MLS myself. I got big into Wrexham after watching the television show. They are currently in second place on the table. Busting out all my terminology right now. They are at second on the table right now, and they are
With a chance
they're
to
in,
go up,
They're
huh?
in position for promotion to the Champions League,
Oh,
Yeah.
which is incredible because they're in the lowest tier of professional soccer in England just 4 years ago. Of course, that team is owned by Ryan Reynolds
And the other guy from
and Rob McElhaney.
that looked like almost.
Yeah, everyone
teetering
forgets about
offsides.
him, but
Rob.
yeah,
He's
hilarious.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
prefer him over Ryan Reynolds.
I like
honestly.
Ryan Reynolds. I like them both. They're both funny guys.
Big fan of Always Sunny. Nice ball, Ben Crone. Nice touch.
Vipes.
Oh,
wide right. Ben
that
Crone.
could have been really pretty.
Almost on the brace.
He needs to get his foot around that a little bit and bend it,
Like
Good opportunity.
like Beckham.
Wonderful opportunity. Knights are going to play it short here.
flirting with disaster.
Yes, they are. Pellet's going to intercept the pass, kick it to Solario Juarez. Here's Irwin from way downtown, no good.
That's so natural for them to do. It almost looked like a set play.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Like, great job.
Good ball movement.
Yeah.
Again, my soccer knowledge is very limited. I don't think playing it short is probably in Kuemper's best interest.
No.
The Falcons
Just
do
because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, it seems like a risky play there. Do you follow La Liga?
Yeah.
Yeah? What is La Liga?
La Liga is Spain's first division.
Okay. Got a favorite in that division or
No, I
no?
don't. I just like to watch the teams that play. Technically, Spain probably has, from a technical level and skill level, Spain probably has the best players.
Really?
Yeah, or best teams.
Interesting. Soccer talk with Gabe Wagner.
So me and
Could be a show on NPR.
Me and Clayton tried to. Well, it was really me. I told Clayton Larmy that I just want a winner. So I was like, isn't there a team that wins the Premier League like every year? Is it
Up until the last few years, it has been Manchester City who's been dominating the Premier League.
Then they've had a rough start this year.
They're probably in fourth place, fifth place.
You know
somewhere
why,
around there.
Gabe? Because I became a fan of them.
Oh,
And because I just wanted a winner.
you're a front runner.
Yes. No. I mean, I'm a Niners fan.
You're a jinx.
Yes. There we go.
Yeah, you just picked the bad year for them.
Yeah.
They had a couple injuries to key players and couldn't replace them.
I'm gonna stick with them.
They'll be back.
We'll be back. They've got more money than God.
Yes, that helps in those leagues.
Great ball from Ben across the face of the goal.
Krona's rapid firing shots here tonight.
Oh, that's a
That is
bullet.
a punt. Goodness gracious, that is well done by the keeper. Falcons look to control. Cooper Hamilton will push the ball outside. Now he sends it back.
Oh,
That
you can't.
It was not a pass. I think he was. Is that a rule?
It's not a pass, but it's close right there.
okay.
I guess technically that's
a bit of a run there, but no good.
Technically illegal.
it's fine. I mean, it's a judgment call, and
It didn't
it's
get
pretty.
called.
It wasn't a direct pass back. It was kind of an errant kick. So I suppose that's correct.
Irwin goes quick, gets it into Crone. Man on.
Ballsy on Danny's side, I would say.
Risky would be
Risky.
the word that I would choose.
You just never know how they're going to call that, but yeah, I mean, technically it's right. I probably jumped the gun a little bit too much. I would not have caught it just because I would have been too worried. But
Yeah.
he's smarter than I am.
Well, I think the Carroll contingent here.
Yeah, I could.
I see their argument.
Yeah.
I see it. Kuemper with a run of their own here. Slow things down, drop it. Here comes the strike. It'll go out of bounds, wide right.
Falcons have gotten a little complacent in the last few minutes. They need to get back to kind of playing how they got here.
I think you get the ball on Ben Crone's foot right now. He seems to kind of be the stir.
He's had a great
of
game.
The pot tonight.
He stirs the drink, the proverbial drink of Falcon
If
soccer.
he hits that 1v1, this game is probably done and dusted.
Yeah.
3 might be a little bit too much, but 2 is, they can come back from 2.
Most dangerous lead in sports, isn't it?
Yeah.
Del Cicero.
Dos Acero. Just because you tend to get a little relaxed at 2-0.
Human nature. We talked about it in the girls' game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think these Falcons are happy right now. I think they want to put another one on net, but
Agreed.
They're definitely putting the pressure on. Let's see if they can get one more. Yeah, a little chicken wing activity there. Some chuckles.
speaking of chuckles,
There he goes.
good heads up by
Tosses the ball into Ben.
Might be offside. Ooh.
No flag.
No flag. Irwin with an opportunity. Well played by the keeper.
He had a far post run by Mosley.
King
I think
Hughes
he was trying to get it there. He just mishit.
Yeah.
just controls the middle of the field so well.
Who's that? Kane?
Kane.
Yeah.
The calm in the storm. Solario Juarez with a nice ball, just out of reach for Cooper Hamilton.
Speaking of punts, I kind of want to see Cooper Hamilton just punt the soccer ball down the field. He was fun to watch on the football field this year.
Just to see what he could do.
Yeah.
Not opposed.
You don't really ever see Danny punt it.
Danny Holtz.
I don't think I've seen him punt it or drop kick it this year.
It really speaks to the quality of the turf, though, just how smooth the ball rolls over the top of it.
And I think you guys covered it our last broadcast, at least on the girls' side. You know, these kids that have played club ball, they're used to playing on turf. This isn't anything really new to them.
No.
You know, but for some of these smaller towns that might not, you know, this probably a bigger adjustment that's needed to be made.
It just moves so much more quickly.
And the high bouncers, I've seen a lot of misjudged high bounce balls by Carroll this game.
Oh.
Got 20 minutes to go here, halfway through the second half. Carroll trying to work their ball down the field, maintaining possession. Getting it out wide here on the near side. Lost ball, Cohen Hamilton tries to clean up.
Send it to the far side to his brother Cooper.
Falcons need to get a little bit unorganized right now. Need to knock some passes together and settle back down.
Ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a Falcon throw at midfield.
And Kuemper is growing into the game. It may be slightly a little too late, but they are definitely have some more confidence, it looks like, that they're playing with in the second half.
Have you seen a change in the Falcons' tactics, Gabe?
Not really.
No.
It just seems like they're looking for the long ball a little bit.
Good round of applause for Edgar Solario Juarez. Costa Polish Schweer comes in. Christopher Mosley with the ball.
Nice idea there by Morgan Young.
Mosley throws the ball into the box, tipped away by the Knights. Oh boy. There was an opportunity there if played correctly.
Let's see if they can get a diagonal over to Ben Crone.
Oh, nice idea, Gabe.
Gabe with the idea. They said, hey, Gabe wants to see this. Vipes, what can you do?
Oh, Costa with a nice opportunity. Wide right.
I think deflected. That could be a corner.
And actually, that ball from Kane Hughes to Ben Crone was on a dime.
Yes.
That was a great ball. I mean, about a 60-yard pass.
Handled
That's
decently
a lot
by
harder.
Ben.
It was handled well, and that ball from Kane is a lot harder to do than people maybe at home can appreciate.
And it's easy for us to sit here and identify the need for that pass, but to be on the field and actually see it and make that, I mean, it's impressive.
Our vantage point's a little bit better.
Foul on the Falcons.
Looks like maybe someone has a head injury.
Yeah, there was some contact perhaps between a shoulder and a head. Unintentional by my account. Of course, no card issued, so.
Feakin almost steps on the field, but he backs away.
He thought about it.
Well, we talked about it last time.
The headband might have saved him.
Could have. I mean.
Softens the blow.
Safety first. Fashion second. Nice ball from Young. Polish Schweer with it now.
Nice job controlling there by Costa.
Falcons have an opportunity to get organized. Brody Pellet will bring it up to Crone and make a run of his own. There's Morgan Young. Young in the corner looking for somewhere to go.
Wins a corner.
Nice job by Morgan Young. As Kyle Irwin will trot over, try to send in another Butte Falcons. I would say 5 or 6.
They haven't tried to go short here. It doesn't look like Kuemper is paying that close of attention to it, but they're going to continue to go long. It's a good ball.
Another ball, great ball in by the Falcons. Just off
Header
the
attempt.
side.
Who was that?
Cooper
Hamilton.
The attempt.
Got a lot of height in the middle there between
we do.
Cooper Hamilton, Morgan Young.
Looks like they brought
Kane Hughes,
Godel down.
Godel, yeah. I mean, you're all over 6 foot right there between those four.
Yeah. I mean, those are kids you see on the basketball court, you know.
Yep.
Definitely not Costa.
Not Costa. He's more in our wheelhouse over here.
Quick little thing though.
Yep.
Cooper's got to track this down.
Man on. He's going to drop it to Holtz.
No pressure on Holtz here.
Who's going to send it up, and it will go out of bounds.
Little miscommunication there.
Yeah, I think
Both players thought the other one was going to
Yeah,
go for it.
yeah, that's a good
Costa let it
description.
fly by. Yep. We got 2 subs coming in for the Knights.
6 and 10.
In for 11.
Yeah. Fletch
and
batting coming in. Aiden Hadios coming in.
For 11 and 3.
And that is Gunnar Gredeman and Creighton Halber.
Great names. Gunnar and Creighton, phenomenal. Props to their parents.
Traeger, too.
Yeah, Traeger too. Unique, but classy, all the same. I like it. Falcons lead 2-0. 15:25 to go here in the second half. Polish Schwer with the ball now. Plays it up to Mosley, who tips off to Irwin. Irwin, 3 guys on him. Plays it up to Mosley. Mosley's got a chance.
Oh, that's going to go. That's going to be a corner. Oh,
About got Ollie Tiemeyer.
he did.
That was close.
I thought that was deflected.
Pellet.
Nice shot by Pellet.
Really, really well done by number 9 of Kuemper there to keep it alive.
Colin, you don't need to be
Colin.
so fast on the getting
He is
them the ball.
quick on the
Charles
on the-
Mayhall, he's a pleaser. Colin is a pleaser, even for our friends from Kuemper. He wants those guys to like him too. The only person he doesn't care how he feels about him is his brother.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say his dad.
No, he always cries because I'm too hard on him. You're too hard. It's like a daily complaint.
It's a
Seems
rite
to be a
of,
theme up
He
here.
needs to toughen up.
it's a rite of passage.
That's what I love to tell him. I'm not hard on you. You're soft.
Yeah, it's not
My
you,
wife-
it's me. It's not you, it's me.
My wife
Not you, it's me.
loves it when I do that. Crone looking for Irwin. Well played by number 2 of Kuemper. Little 2-man game going on for the Knights. I'll send it up. Godel has other ideas. Close to a handball. Polish Schwer has it taken away by number 10. Good run by Kuemper. Here's something for him. Nope, Holtz will scoop it up.
Chad, my favorite conversation with my 9-year-old is something like this. It usually goes like this. He might be carrying a football through the house, and I'll be like, "Hey, don't throw that football." And be like, "I didn't throw the football." And I said, "I'll say I didn't say you threw the football. I'm just telling you, don't throw the football."
Irwin.
That's a daily fight at my
Doesn't the
house.
flag normally fly up when the ball's played forward?
There was a
If they're
rule change a
offsides.
few years ago where they kind of have a delay now to kind of let the play out.
Okay.
See if
If like Kuemper were to regain possession.
or else to see if he doesn't go to the ball and he's no longer in the play
Okay.
and not affecting the play, then they may leave their flag down. But once he makes a move to the ball, that flag will go up.
Jesse, I definitely get what you're saying. It is exhausting trying to think of the terrible decisions that your 9-year-old is about to make.
Right.
It's a great
Crone
ball
with
from
an
Irwin.
opportunity here.
Great run by Ben. See if he has another
He
great
has
ball
Mosley
in.
in the middle. Here comes Irwin on his horse. Crone with the cross. Irwin trying to recover it. Oh, well played by Kuemper.
Impressive that Ben has the legs left to track that ball down this late in the game. Oh. Ooh, nice ball by
Mosley
Great
with a
finish.
chance. Oh, just misses.
That would have been pretty.
That was a beautiful set.
I mean, that was pretty.
It was pretty. Just the execution at the end wasn't there.
Is that
but it
another
was-
post?
I think it was
That-
side netting on the outside.
yeah.
Maybe. It just
Okay.
ruffled.
Just
But
missed
it was-
the post.
It was pretty. Nice combination play.
I don't know how many Mosley has scored, but he's been on the brink a lot.
Oh, yeah, he's very active.
I talked about it last game. I love his game. I like his feet. I think Mosley's a great player.
Very good player.
Ball will go
And he's
off a
long.
pellet.
He's tall. Having that much skill and being that tall, it's even more impressive. Nice job by Pellet, fighting for position
Fletch
here.
batting with the ball.
Is that
He'll
Dom?
drop.
Is that Dom Polly, 25? Yeah.
I think it's Cohen
no,
Hamilton.
that's Cohen
Oh,
Hamilton.
duh. Yeah, Cohen.
Pauly is 5. You were close.
Well, good job there by Cohen, helping Pellet out.
Ball played forward. Godel will kick it out of bounds, and it'll be a
First rule as a
Kuemper throw.
defender is always to delay if you can. Wait for help.
Okay.
Ball will come in. Holtz Has it in his mitts, and here comes a launch. From the 18 to midfield, incredible throw.
Whoa.
He had Crone
He had
here
Ben
on
Crone
the wide.
streaking down the right side.
Crone with some space.
And Morgan Young
What's he
sees
going to
him.
do? Plays it in to Irwin in the corner. Fancy footwork back to Crone. Ball in the air to Mosley from Crone. Well played by the keeper.
It's a tough spot there for Mosley. He knows he can't get much on that header, but just flicking it on towards the net is never a bad idea.
Nope.
Hamilton with a foul. Again, probably not a bad foul.
No, not a bad
It
foul.
was pretty much 1v1 right there. No malice.
No, just he's going for the ball.
Cohen's not a small
Not
dude.
wasn't a cynical foul.
It
Very
doesn't-
cynical. There you go. Oh,
It doesn't
That
take
could've
much
been-
for Cohen to knock somebody down. He's a big boy. Nice idea there by Crone. He had Irwin streaking on the near side here as Dom Pauly gets set to check in.
we've got
Godel down. Oh,
That's
who's-
Morgan Young. I
Morgan
believe.
Young. He's got a calf. I think he took a shoe to the calf there, which is painful.
A
Clock
boot-
will
a
stop
boot?
at 10:03. A boot to
A
the
boot?
calf.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a boot time.
And here comes Nick Finken, 1997 graduate, as we celebrate Athletic Trainer Month here in the United States of America. We are blessed with the best.
I love how Finken gets a resume every time
I think he really hates it. But what's funny is his youngest and my youngest play on a soccer team together, so we see each other pretty regularly. He's a man of few words. He has not yet called me out on it.
Okay.
And
He's biding his time.
I think that he really did not care for when I called him out at the PA at the first home game.
Mm.
I really think that he did not care for that. But he has not said anything, so
We had Dom Pauly and
I'm going to
Edgar
keep doing it.
Suarez
waiting.
Juarez check in.
He's a very patient guy, too. I do fear that at some point he's just going to explode. Nevertheless, we'll find out, and we'll report that back to you here at StAlbertSportsFan.com. Irwin, shifty. We'll have a corner kick.
Wins the corner. Hands off.
Gets a
nice
lovely-
handoff by Ollie.
Ollie Tiemeyer with a lovely timed pass to Irwin.
Jet just sitting on a ball down there. Jet's
Just
giving
chilling.
up.
He
He actually wore his he wore his soccer cleats tonight.
I love it. I'm surprised Colin is still upright. It's pretty late for him.
Nice idea there by Costa. I don't hate that shot attempt.
As we cross the 9:30 hour here in the Central Time Zone.
Jet must have hired Ollie to do his job.
He paid him some nerd clusters to do the work.
I'm telling you, that kid's something.
Pellet plays it up to Irwin.
Nice
Irwin.
trap.
God, he's just so shifty in there.
Crone controls it. He looks towards Kane Hughes, who now has the ball.
I'm excited to see a healthy Kyle Irwin on the football
Kane
field.
Hughes' left-footed shot is a little bit high. Good look.
He's got a nice strong foot too.
Effortless.
Yeah.
It's just like seeing a quarterback flick it out there, you know?
No, Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
Sorry, Gabe.
No worries.
I don't do that stuff on purpose. I love Aaron Rodgers' motion.
Slario Juarez with an
Ooh,
opportunity.
nice ball
well
by Irwin.
defended.
Another corner.
Falcon corner on the far side.
I'd like to see the corner stats for this game.
It's going to be a lot of
to a
them.
little.
Yeah.
I think Coach Starbox actually keeps pretty meticulous statistics.
Who's doing it down there for him?
It's him.
Oh,
Yeah, if
really?
you see, he's got a device in
Oh.
his hand where he's keeping track of it.
Nice.
Yeah, his statistics and reporting is very impressive.
Somehow that ball gets through to Ben Crone. His left-footed attempt, no good. Headed out. Looks like the Knights will come out of that one unscathed.
Falcons collapse on the ball. It'll be Kuemper ball. Calling for a sub. There's 1, 2, 3
Three
subs.
changes.
1, 17, and 8.
Canny, number 4 for the Knights. That's a bad time to sub. They had momentum going. You want to get that ball back in play.
Yeah. Cooper Hamilton looks like he's about to go in as we see the Omaha Fire Department in the background. Off to provide some life-saving aid.
Pellet plays that out. Knight throw in.
you guys ever called a tennis match?
No,
No.
I don't know much about
We've
tennis.
done bowling.
We did a bowling meet. We have not done tennis. We have not done cross country. We have not done golf.
Track?
We've also not done track. We talked about track. I just don't know that I have the mental acuity.
Yeah, Gabe, did you ever go to like middle school, the state meet, and like where's it at?
I
Good
did
minutes
not.
from Pauly.
I did not.
The
Oh,
announcer at
yeah.
that state track meet is
Second to none.
he is so good.
Is it the same guy that does the state for high school at
Yes.
Drake?
Yes.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
is
Yep.
fantastic.
I mean, I don't know how if he studies those names, but he's good.
Yeah, he is fantastic.
Speaking of good, Irwin with an opportunity. Oh, and there it is.
Lefty. He could have dropped that off to Mosley.
Yep.
A little fake. Great goal there by Kyle Irwin.
Oh, with the Ronaldo
Ronaldo
celebration.
in front of the student section.
And he deserves that. That was nice goal. Nice work all night by Kyle Irwin. Finally pays off.
Falcons get their third goal of the evening with 6:10
his
to
second?
go. First,
So
we had Morgan Young and Ben
oh,
Crone
yeah, Morgan's
with
header.
first half goals.
Morgan's header, Ben's laser, and Kyle's trickeration.
This is the other thing I really like about soccer. It's a lot easier to keep stats.
Yeah. Well, there's a There's a lot more stats that we're just not aware of, like time of possession and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Kuemper now with the ball on their side of the field. Played forward.
You're most vulnerable for on your defense right after a goal's scored. So nice job by the Knights by pushing the issue here.
Polish
Ooh,
Schweer
they
sends it into
headed
the
each other.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys saw
Who
that.
was that?
It was two Knights.
Oh,
Run out by
Crossed that
Crone.
Benny.
Vipes with the ball at his feet. Finds Irwin. Be contested. There's Solario Juarez with an opportunity. Well possessed by the Knights.
There you go. Nice job by Holtz. Nice job. And that's exactly what Gabe was talking about in the early minutes of the game. Just preventing that scoring opportunity is huge.
Yeah. Excuse me. I would like to call one of those Olympic sports. We have not come up with a strategy yet for it. I really would like to do golf. Now that we use a Verizon hotspot for most of our broadcasting, I think it would be hilarious if Jesse and I just drove around on a cart and talked around.
Would they allow you to do that?
I don't know that they would. I would be interested in testing
Because
the
coaches
limits.
have to stay within the clubhouse, correct, or around the
I
clubhouse?
think that they can go out at certain times.
Gabe,
yes.
if you put a media pass on, people let you do anything.
That is true. We sat on the court for the state championship game,
Yes.
and we weren't even doing. I was just tweeting.
And Narmi was cheering the whole time.
Yeah, which is like rule number one when you're in the media. You don't cheer. If you go back and watch the last minute of overtime of the state championship
Oh,
game,
Kyle Irwin. Sorry, Chad. Oh,
Joe gets up and throws a fist into the air, and it's all caught on camera
but they were
from
they
the
were
media
appropriate
section
times.
on the court. Hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah, if you give someone a media pass, like no one even looks at you
No.
twice.
Do whatever you want.
Pretty much, it's awesome.
It's like when I was a young man.
Who's checking in here
I
now?
would carry around a clipboard
2.
at work, and people would just think I was busy.
Jesus Garcia Higuera comes
Same
in
concept.
for Christopher Mosley. Great minutes out of Mosley.
Yeah, he does. He does a great job, even with the ball not on his foot, spreading that defense out, creating opportunities for the guys in the middle. He's good.
So golf, I think we could talk real quietly and be like,
Yeah.
Ben Crone with an 8-foot putt. You know, that would be
Noonan.
fun. and then in track, I think I would probably just yell the entire time. Down the backstretch.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Be like a
that would be exciting.
derby, Kentucky Derby call.
Tennis, I just don't know that I have like the mental focus to do tennis. There's just a lot happening.
Love 15.
I also don't understand the scoring, which is probably the
You don't
biggest
understand
barrier.
scoring?
Not really. Doesn't it go like love is 0, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
it goes like
15,
30, 40. Which why doesn't it go to 45? That's what I don't get. If
Why
you're
does
going
it go
by
to 15?
I don't know.
Why doesn't it go to 1?
Because it sounds cooler than 1. Sounds like a lot.
Brady over here listening to our conversation.
Cracking up. Cross country would be fun too. I bet you we could do cross country on a golf cart,
You just want to do a sporting event with a golf cart.
hanging out on the back
Yeah.
of a golf cart while Jesse drives erratically. Yeah, it sounds awesome. I'm very interested.
His
If we
name
can
is,
figure out the logistics.
is that, who is that? Oh, Bob Weedman. Coach Weedman chiming in. He said, what's his name? Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, the Drake?
Yeah, Mike J is his name.
Mike J. I follow him on X.
He's
He's a
amazing.
great. I didn't know that's who that was. He's awesome on formerly Twitter, now X.
What does he post
Just
about?
everything track. If you
Oh,
like
really?
someone hits a great time, he retweets it or whatever, posts about it. It's very informational.
If you say tweet,
I think it's
we
Mike-
know what you say.
Mike
We know
JXC, I think. Let's give him a plug because
The Knights are on the attack here.
he's incredible. That'll go to Holtz, who's gonna fall on the ball.
Just about 1 minute left remaining in the second half.
Nice job by the Falcons. This Kuemper team is I don't think they're a slouch. This has been a really good,
Mike,
really well played game by both teams.
you can find the announcer for Drake State Indoor Track as well, which I really enjoyed watching
nice ball.
our athletes run on that because he was announcing it. Irwin with the ball at his feet here.
Oh,
Shot's
my
good.
God.
What a shot.
Wow.
Ronaldo
Kyle
part two.
Irwin drops one with 58 and a half to go.
That thing curved. I bet Tito got a great view of that ball curving around the goalie.
Holy cow, that was a great shot. Kyle Irwin with his second goal of the evening, and that will do it here from Morrison Stadium.
Almost. 58.
58 and a half
to go.
seconds to
58
go.
and a
They're
half.
not going to score 4 goals in 58 and a half seconds.
Trying to put a little pressure on Mr. Holtz here. He's going to track it down.
I would just hold it.
Yeah. Just boot it.
Keeper.
Danny, dribble it down. Try to score.
He will punt the ball.
No, there we go.
Kuemper now looking to mess up Holtz's clean sheet. Cohen Hamilton kicks it into the corner. 35 seconds to go. Mike J. Track XC on
Okay.
X.
All right.
Great follow.
Well,
if
you're
you
fixated on that guy.
he's incredible.
He's
and I
very
love
good.
track. Like track is one of my favorite sports.
Because it's
It's
you.
kind of like wrestling,
Yeah.
right? It's you. Unless it's a relay, right? It's you out there. It's your opportunity to show what you've been working for and what you can do
Yep.
against the best of the best. I don't know. I've always loved track.
And
Very average at it myself, but a big fan. And that'll do it from tonight's game. The boys move to 5-0, 4-0 victory over Carroll Kuemper. We're going to leave it at that. Tons going on. Visit StAlbertSportsFan.com. Every day it'll tell you what's going on that day and for the week ahead. I'm Chad Hannon.
Gabe Wagner.
Jesse Shea.
For Brady Smith, Brian Tito, Jack Holder, thank you for listening. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you soon. I think Brady's got soccer coming up. Next home game, probably,
Check
as long as there's not
SportsFan.
track.
Check
It'll be on SportsFan. Thank you. Have a good night.